will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Rorschach's cure.
Bunch of slap-jawed faggots around here.
What's going on, everybody? As you notice, today's toy stream has actually been preempted because there's been too much weird shit going on, too much fucking vile shit that has been going on, and the type of people that actually push this kind of narrative forward, they literally don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your families. If you say the wrong thing to them, because they are so easily offended and hurt by words, they will try to attack you, no matter where you are. Some of the things that have recently just happened is absolute proof of their mentality, their absolute weak mentality, that words will always hurt them. You know, there's wise men that once said, say what you want, words can never hurt you. But a big fucking stick can. And they're going to keep fucking with the fucking giants until eventually people are going to start pushing back. I've always been one of those people, if you want to step up in my face and get in my face with that kind of stupid shit, I will put you right on your fucking ass. I don't care with all the fucking medical problems I have that some people know about. I don't care if it sends me to the fucking hospital before you. You will be fucking joining my ass. And I don't care if I've got to crawl out of that motherfucking bed in the fucking emergency room and fucking crawl over to you to finish the fucking job. I fucking will. I am so tired of this shit. Don't fucking come at us with this kind of bullshit and not expect any kind of reprisal. For all the people that tell people like me that you need to tone it the fuck down, that you need to relax, you need to calm down, go fuck yourself sideways, you motherfuckers. Like one guy said, go ahead and put some fucking sandpaper around a cactus and shove it up your fucking ass, because this is about the fucking level of fucking tolerance I have left for these kind of fucking people. Don't come at me with that kind of bullshit. The people on the fucking left are absolutely fucking outrageous. They are all fucking mentally deranged at this fucking point. It's the type of fucking nonstop propaganda and bullshit that their fucking party pushes on them, all the fucking lies that they incite people to do this kind of shit. And I don't care what anybody says, those 1% marginalized groups supposedly that they have in the Democratic Party, it just seems over and over again that they're the ones that keep coming up as the fucking top fucking people that are pulling a lot of this bullshit off. And everybody wants to turn a blind eye to it because they don't want to offend nobody, they don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Well, I don't give a fuck about your fucking feelings. So go ahead and suck on that. And with that, let's bring in the rest of the panel. Guys, go ahead and say what they've got to say. Vinny, I'll throw you in the hot spot first.
Yeah, man. No, I'm 100% on board with you. Like I said, I got a bunch of rants coming tonight and for tomorrow on my stream. Holy shit, I am fed up with everything and every one of these sick motherfuckers. This is too much, man. This is way too fucking much. That's why I changed my profile tonight. We got Dexter taking care of a fucking piece of shit who started most of this stuff, too. This has been going on for decades. For fucking decades. We're being manipulated by both sides 24/7, and all these dumb, insane motherfuckers who they're grabbing their guns now and they're running out and doing horrible things to good people. This is sickening. This is sick. Whether you believe anything that came out of that one guy's mouth or not, I don't give a shit. What happened was they murdered someone in cold blood, someone who's never harmed anyone and never put any hate on anyone. He was a fucking debater. He went out there and people couldn't beat him in a debate, so they cried. And the ones who he showed the light to, guess what? They flipped sides. This is why they hated him, because he was effective. That's why they did that shit. But like I said, I got enough that I'm going to be going off on, especially DC Comics and the bullshit that's going on, because all this shit is attached to our entertainment, politics, you name it. This is about Marxism. This is about control, and they want to fucking put anyone with real talent down. This is their goal. This is what they want. They want everyone demoralized and in fear. Well, fuck them and fuck that. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight.
Thank you, Vinny. We're going to throw it on over to Shifty. Opening salvo comments, Shifty.
Well, there's no way I'm going to be able to top either one of y'all on that. So I'm just here for the ride. So
Well, I'm glad to have you with us, Shifty. Anytime you feel like you got a rant building up in you want to let loose on it, by all means, just go ahead and do it. YouTube hates me as it is anyway, and they're going to bury me in the algorithm. So, guys, go ahead and share this out there. And I'm going to get to all your comments as soon as we get through our panel and everything, and we get rolling. So, Adam.
Matt. Hi. How are you? So I got banned on Twitter today, so that was fun.
Oh.
For flat out pointing out that until I see propaganda made illegal, Charlie died in vain, because that's what killed him, propaganda. They're calling him a right-wing terrorist and all this other shit, and yet he was the one that went and debated to prove the education system was bullshit. Show you people peacefully, and then you killed him. And keep in mind, they shot at Trump and hit him too, so it's not like this is the first time we've seen this, but you know, when the castling happens and you see rats falling and you know, other lovely people, I'm sure that will be also, that's who they're going after. But we warned everybody about this on Vinny's streams. This is the shit they were trying to do to get the Republicans to break the law, and we still haven't. I'm going to just say the constitutionalists at this point, because there are no fucking Republicans or Democrats. All we have is communists in this fucked up world. But you better have your Browns pants on. This shit's going to have nuts in it, baby. But yeah, and we've got the Obi-Wan that I got from Slasher. Thank you, Slasher, with the course Vader, because James Earl Jones also passed away yesterday, a year ago. Just to remind everyone. So fuck September 10th, eh? And yeah, that's it, man. I've got the original Obi-Wan right there with the castle and the Vader, and you know, time to let her rip, Tater Chip.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Adam. I'm going to hand it on over to Stieg.
Hi. Well, this isn't happening in my country, but we are getting there. And in some cases, we're ahead of you with shit. We had a big lefty win in the election this week. So, yay us. And communist propaganda is running rampant in our news. And it's, you know, people like Charlie Kirk were basically trying to be a bridge between the left and the right, and they just burned the bridge. And if you burn the bridges, right, there's nothing coming across, is it? So they kind of did the one thing that probably makes this gap permanent. And I think it was done deliberately and surgically. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. It was in the pedestal
Completely.
Plan. This is what they wanted. Yep.
Yeah, because they, you know, hell, you know, even if you don't agree with his takes or his stance, right? He would let you debate him, and when he owned you, right, he wouldn't mock you. And he also told the audience to stop mocking people that he had just, you know, destroyed with arguments, right? He was polite to the people who stood up and debated him, and he thanked them for it too, for their time and efforts, right? So this was like, out of all the right-wing people that people hate, this wasn't the one they, you know, this shouldn't be anyone's main target, should it?
No, but see, it's just like Vinny had said. This is the guy that they couldn't beat in a debate, and is when you can't beat somebody in a debate, you wind up getting some of the threats. I've seen it over there on Twitter, and no matter how much people want to praise Musk, there are still plenty of freaking lefties entrenched in that fucking platform that absolutely despise everybody that says anything counter to anything that they put out there. So, and they make their threats and they make all this other shit. And it's like I said, you know, just shut the fuck up. I'll turn you into fucking Swiss cheese. I fucking so had it with this bullshit. But believe me, I will get to everybody in the comment section. So
he was a white Christian. It's okay. It doesn't count, right? It's all right to take them off the board.
Yeah. Steve, thank you.
Well, you just to touch on what Sean just said, white Christians. I'm an atheist. Right? Even I can see it plain as day that there is an attack on Christianity everywhere. And it's systematic, it's controlled, and it's constant. And it has been so for almost, since the early 2000s, I'd say.
Yep.
And, if an atheist sees it, then there's probably something in it.
Well, I mean, whether or not you believe in God or whatever your faith is, you should be able to notice something when something is just pure evil, when it's something is absolutely wrong. And unfortunately, you've gotten to the point where a lot of those people that are on that side of the fence, they don't recognize that anymore, and their humanity is absolutely gone, whether they want to pretend that they see it or not, because they sit there and they talk about they're the political opponent of peace and tolerance and all this other shit. But when do you actually see that from? You don't at any point whatsoever. And I mean, you're starting to see some of that stuff in Norway too. I mean, you're not completely exempt from this stuff. We're all seeing this across the board at this point.
We're having a bit of what you see from the UK, where immigrants stabbing people or raping women and stuff, and they hardly get any punishment because they didn't understand the culture or whatever. That's we have a lot of that, and it's kept out of the media. So very, very much like the UK, but in the UK it's blowing up.
Well, yeah, it's been globally for over 4 years. This shit's been going on and not being reported.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Steve, thank you for that start right there as we're getting going. I'm going to let Slasher go ahead and say his opening words. Slasher.
Yeah, so I just gotta say it was awful what happened yesterday, but it was good to see these lefty fuck stains get a fucking hard dose of their own fucking medicine. What was the thing they used to like to throw around? Freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequences.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it was good to see that all these fucking pricks that were celebrating get theirs and get the fucking shutdown that they used to fucking try to throw at everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It was really, really good to see that the pendulum is swinging the other way now.
Yep.
They used to love saying that freedom of speech does not mean freedom of consequence. But when it happens to them, oh my God, they're being censored and blah, blah, blah. And people are coming after me, blah, 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 blah. The same people who used to sick the fucking dogs on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
From 2016 on, it's all coming back to bite them on their fucking ass. And it's glorious to fucking see. It's a shame that somebody had to get shot in the fucking neck for having free speech. It's a shame that it took that for this shit to finally fucking take the veil off people's fucking faces.
Yeah. You thought Lakin Riley would have done it, but no, man, this right here, he was everything. Again, he was that bridge. He was the person saying, debate me. I'll show you where you're wrong. And again, this happened at a college.
Yes, at a college.
Yeah.
At a college. This was something like this guy, like I knew very little of the man. I knew his name. I knew what he did. I had seen the, when he goes and, where he has one of the college students walk up one after the other. I've seen a little bit of that here and there. I wasn't, wasn't like a fan of the man or anything, because honestly, all things political just kind of just irk the shit out of me these days, and for good fucking reason.
Oh yeah.
But when just seeing the video of that was just awful to fucking see. And then to see these assholes, it was the same thing we saw last month with Hulk Hogan. They have to take the second the death is announced, they have to take to fucking TikTok, whatever fucking place will let them fucking fester around in. And they did the same exact shit.
Yep.
And now it's coming back to bite them in the ass.
Yeah.
And that fucking monstrosity that troon monstrosity at DC fucking Comics. Get your shit in order, DC, because you don't need fucking people like that. They're a fucking anchor that's gonna fucking bring you down into the abyss.
Yep.
Well, they supposedly fired that weirdo, and I'm sure Vinny's got something prepared for that.
I heard nothing of the firing. I just heard the book was
the canceling of the book,
nothing
and here
about it being fired.
Yeah, and here's the thing, and we're going to probably talk about it later. I'm definitely going to show it tomorrow too. The thing that hired it and left the door open was another trans monster. It was actually John Turturro's son who became a woman.
Oh yeah, I saw you had said that in the group chat before.
So, and I got photos too. This is disgusting. They've been doing this shit for years, and people wonder, and they keep looking the other way for brand slavery because it's my favorite character. I'm going to keep watching. I'm going to keep supporting it. Fuck that. I'm done. And I've been putting it. I'll put that out every fucking week, boycotting that piece of shit company and everyone that's involved in it. Fuck.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? So yesterday, I had gotten a McFarlane figure, and I bought a couple of issues of Absolute Batman. And when I came home and saw the news, and then saw that fucking whatever the fuck it is, that amorphous blob that works at DC, I was like, you know what? I'm done. Until that fucking thing and everything else like it is swept out the fucking door. Nah, I don't care how much of these I like these figures. I'm not going to be buying their Absolute Batman issues anymore until they fucking clean up from head to toe.
Yep.
And that's it. It's about time he started biting back. I am not conservative, but because I hate everything that side stands for, they have dubbed me many, many years ago. They've dubbed me a conservative just because I don't agree with them. So you know what? I guess I'll take that label. Whatever. I'm not one of you. As long as I'm not one of you or considered one of you, I'm just fine with myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a little update though. The developer that was working on the Ghost of was it Tsushima?
Got fired, right?
Yeah, the sequel. That developer just got fired.
Yep.
Good.
So,
Good.
But here's the thing: that's nothing. They need to get the people at the top who were spouting this shit for years and years and years on TV. You can't just take the little peons that are, teachers here and there or a nurse here and there. You need to get the big ones.
Of course.
Yeah, agreed. And I've said the same thing about Disney over and over again with all these people. They keep saying, "Oh, Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, she's just a small freaking cog in that freaking wheel." It all starts at the top. It always does what every single last one of these companies. We've given our open salvos real quick before we get going. I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat, guys. Go ahead. Remember to share the links out there and let everybody know that we're going. The games with YouTube, something else we're going to wind up getting into. What's going on, Mike? Mike had stopped in earlier just to say hi, give a like. Keely Chow also in the house. Yeah, those who are now in charge of stuff that we liked and loved for a long time do hate us. And yeah, it's them. It's everybody else. Lurch Troll also hanging out in the chat. Why do guinea pigs hate me? Yeah, guinea pigs don't hate you, man. They don't hate you. Tree Rock also hanging in the house. Was going. Tree Rock was trying to stay off the internet because of the 9/11 stuff. But after what happened yesterday, I've been upset. What the hell? I'll be in the chat. Man, always good to see you. And I know it's a shame. Like I said, I had to preempty the toy show. I like coming on here and I like doing the toy show because it's avoiding a lot of the political mess that most channels are always wind up getting into. And I just wanted to avoid that and, just have fun with the toy streams. But this kind of shit, man, I am not in the headspace to do a toy stream right now. RR, what's going on? Yeah, I see RR thought it was toy time. Unfortunately, it is not. Gap After Dark also in the house. What's going on? Yeah, right there. Sticks and stones will break my bones. Words will never hurt me. Well, apparently that is completely the opposite to how those people see things because words do hurt them. Johnny, what's going on? Johnny, man, always good to see you. Always DTF also in the house, man. Good to see you as well. I know Johnny, Cotton Ministries in the house. They killed the nice guy. Now there are no nice guys. Yeah, and that's the thing. They couldn't take what he was saying. And Yeah, how do they deal with stuff that they can't handle? Oh, well, we got to turn to violence, and that has been something that's always been part of their fucking party since time immemorial. I mean, look at John Wilkes Booth. I couldn't stand what the man said, and whether you like them or hate him, but he had to take him out just because. Yeah, Johnny Lawrence, left-wing demons want to indoctrinate the kids. That's why they started trans storytelling in schools. Charlie wasn't even radical. They hate him because he was turning the youth against them. Yeah. And there was a thing I just seen. It was, I think it was at the same college. A bunch of people were having a moment of silence for him, and then all the lefties went over there and started fucking with him and attacking him because that's their mentality. They're a bunch of fucking children. They're a bunch of children. DJ Play Nice also in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Let's see. Did I miss anybody else? I think I got to everybody that popped into the chat so far. I mean, some of the conversation you guys you're having is absolutely awesome. I've been showing every single one of them as I see them. Yeah, it's going to backfire on them. It already started. It's already starting to. And like slashers, that some of these people are starting to get their comeuppance, man. They're starting to get freaking fired from their places. Good for them. This is what you wanted. You wanted to create cancel culture, and now cancel culture is firing back on you, and you don't like it, and you want to cry about it. Well, boo hoo hoo! I feel so bad for you. No, I absolutely don't. This is exactly what you deserve. Miss Martin Muse is also in the house. What's going on, Miss Martin? Cotton says, whose slogan is "By way of deception, thou shalt do war." I'm pretty sure it was in The Art of War. I want to say. I want to say that was in The Art of War. I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure. But getting to the topic of this shit real quick. There's something actually I prepared. In case you guys haven't seen it, this is exactly what I'm talking about and what everybody else has already talked about. And it's not just Charlie Kirk. It's not just that girl that came from Ukraine that got murdered. There was also a very young black girl that also got murdered the same way by an immigrant. But yet all these people are talking about how he was against immigrants and that's why he had to die. Some of them are literally saying that. Other people other weirdo lefties are talking about this trans stuff, and that's why he had to die. Why? Because he was just spitting out facts about some of this stuff. I mean, I've seen some of those things that he's done. And
in a civil manner, not using profanity at all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they had to attack him, and I prepared something for it just so you could see exactly what we're dealing with when we're talking about these type of people and their whole mentality.
I'm sorry. I know some people's sensibilities. I respect and appreciate that. But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
Oh, please. Right. Why don't you start with the President of the United States? Right? And every ugly meme he has posted and every ugly word.
5 o'clock Eastern. Janet, go to have somebody look at the Fox. Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead.
Yes, I fucking do. I hope this helps clear things up.
I think it's kind of poetic justice that the man who was spreading nothing but hatred and, dishonest rhetoric got pew-pewed in the throat so that in his final moments he couldn't, in fact, speak. Now, ain't that a bitch?
Fucking stoked right now. You want to know why I'm so fucking stoked? Go ahead and Google Charlie Kirk. Go ahead, read the latest headlines, and you'll see why I'm so fucking jacked.
Exactly where it needed to go to kill him instantly. It went right there. You can see your bullet hole right there.
He wasn't admired and loved by all. So that's an exaggeration, but the truth is, it doesn't matter.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win. Sorry, Charlie.
Notification that Charlie Kirk was shot at one of his Prove Me Wrong debates at what is it that they say? It's not gun control. It's not common sense gun laws. What is it? Oh, I remember. Thoughts and prayers.
I just watched a close-up video of Charlie Kirk getting pewed in the neck. No fucking way he survives. So you know what time it is.
Fuck every single one of those people. I seriously hope that their weapon of fucking deplatforming and doxing and fucking losing your job, every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them.
I have a serious question though. If people like this, right, that are willingly kind of stepping away from humanity and giving up their their humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should they be treated as humans after that?
Nope.
Should they have human rights? Because they've just given them away willingly.
Well,
never should they be shown sympathy again in any sort of manner. Never.
You won't have to worry about it, right? Let's be clear here. If propaganda was removed and made illegal and the truth came out and all these motherfuckers found out the truth that they've been lied to, they'd self-delete. Most of them couldn't handle the shit that they've actually done. If it actually came out, if God Almighty steps down and now you see motherfuckers, we're in Revelations. Okay, if that be the case, right? Let's say it is. And the shit actually hits the fan. Uh-oh. And even if it doesn't, the simplest act that our president could do right now and should have already did would make this shit illegal. And until that motherfucker does, he is completely worthless. Nothing matters beyond this point. Propaganda must be made illegal again.
No, I completely disagree. I disagree with that. Once you're going down the path of propaganda has to be censored, you're talking about taking away free speech. Look, you know what? It's the same type of shit because once the pendulum will eventually swing the other way. So if you're saying that propaganda has to be censored and has to be, you got to take that part of free speech away. What happens when the pendulum swings the other way? The minute you say something against that party that's now in power, now all of a sudden you don't have the right to speak it because it's considered and it's deemed propaganda. So I get where your sentiments are. I disagree with that pushing of it. What I think there needs to be is there needs to be consequences for the people's actions for what they're doing right now. This is the kind of shit where they're actually inciting more violence, which when you're talking about inciting violence, now all of a sudden now you got a problem because now it's no longer free speech. Now you're actually promoting violence on other people. That's where it needs to be focused on because there's already laws on the books for that kind of shit.
Yeah, but we already had our free speech taken away on all these platforms. I mean, we know we don't have free speech.
No, but I think what Tommy's saying is because again, like when he says when it goes the other way and these pieces of shits get power, they're going to use that against us. If Trump passes a law today that's going to say propaganda whatever, because again it's infringing on freedom of speech. Right now we have mild censorship on like stupid platforms like YouTube and stuff like that. But if they go the other way, that means they could do whatever they want, whenever the fuck they want, and they could literally call the cops and like, okay, you just said something online we didn't like, and the cops come and drag you out of your home.
Yeah, they're doing it in Britain right now.
You gotta also like figure out like, all right, the line where you consider something propaganda. Is it propaganda if you don't like it?
Right.
If you don't like what's being said, is that propaganda?
If it's not true, it's propaganda. If it's a deliberate lie, it's
the actual definition of the word. They silenced us and called it hate speech and misinformation while misinforming everyone because they lifted that propaganda was not supposed to be used against us, whatever law it was. I can't remember. There's so much of the shit we've all talked about for decades now. But at the end of the day, I feel, the only reason he's dead is because the news has been allowed to do what they have been doing for the last, 40, 50 years and steering everything in a specific direction. I mean, we saw it before. Oh, he ain't got no gun. He ain't got no gun. Oh, he had a gun. And then he gets got by the cops and they say, kill white people.
Yeah,
and who just got?
Yeah, because the bad
Like, it
guys
all
own the
ties
fucking-
together.
Yeah, because the bad guys own the media. George Soros pays for all that shit, and the pharmaceutical companies. They work hand in hand. That's why no one's watching this shit anymore. And look at any of those ads. It's brought to you by Pfizer, brought to you by this, brought to you by that. BlackRock, they own all this shit. All these people who are calling the shots right now. We talked about on a Friday stream. Larry Fink, he just greenlit and had 14 countries signed to do more chemtrails because it's good to kill us all. You know, it's shit like that. It's these people that are in these positions, and that's what I'm saying. And like, you're right, they really aren't doing anything to protect us. And right now, this is what the plan was. They said that they go for Trump's second term. If he got in, they said this a couple of months before he got in. If he gets in, we're gonna cause a civil war. Jamie Raskin said it. It's the Podesta plan. It's the George Soros shit, and that's what they're doing. Look how pissed off everybody is of what just happened. This week of nonsense. That girl who was stabbed, they said that happened on August 22nd.
August 22nd, yes.
Yeah.
They've been hiding.
Anybody noticed the timing of this? That Charlie Kirk bringing this to the forefront was the one that got Trump to mention this. And Trump mentioning this got the mainstream media to finally get their thumbs out of their asses and report on this. And then 2 days later, he's killed.
Yep.
Very convenient timing with this.
He also said that he was in fear of another country. Oy vey. that was said multiple times. And
real quick, Vinny. We were talking about the free speech stuff like that, and Johnny Lawrence ripped right out of freaking 1984. If you've never read that book or watched that movie, you absolutely should, because it's a lot of shit that they've been pushing. Biden tried to make a Ministry of Truth department. Really don't want that. We're winning in the arena of ideas, and that's the thing that they can't stand. And it's what everybody is pretty much has said right up here, almost verbatim. Yeah, we had laws of propaganda, but like that is a slippery slope. It's like a lot of other things. I'm done hoping for peace. Yeah, I hear you. A lot of us are. This is bullshit, because they literally are sitting there cheering this shit on, and they're saying we need to go after every conservative voice at that point.
We were never going to have peace with these people.
No.
No. Because they need to be euthanized, or they need to be put in mental institutions for those who don't believe in the euthanizing of them.
Like
but yeah,
there's no more mental.
Like, we get like that conditioning that they did to freaking what's his face in a Clockwork Orange.
Oh
Alex the Large.
Those things that like hold your eyeballs open.
What's going on, Happy? I forgot to mention Happy and stopping the chant. Have a good one, Happy.
Yeah, man.
This stuff has been allowed to fester for a couple of decades now, and it's very easy to point at the lefties and stuff, but some blame falls on the conservatives too for having been completely complacent.
Of course.
And I've seen a lot of conservatives today go, oh yeah, violence is never the answer. We can't do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. So the Crusades were pointless then. And so was, what the Allies did in World War II. That was pointless.
Yeah, they don't want the people to have power anymore. Frankie, we had a good discussion the other day, and he brought up a great point too. There was a town with a lot of black people in it, and there was a big civil war that happened in this town, and the people beat the U.S. military. Did you know that? And they tried to hide it from everybody. Frank had to ask like Grok 4 different times and in different manners for it to say the right answer, to give the date that this happened and that the people actually won. They were suppressing this information because they don't want people to go against government.
Oh, by the way, Tommy, you know that that TMZ clip you showed of where they were reporting it, and then there was
I heard their excuse. It's
you saw their damage control. The damage control they tried.
Trying to say that it was a car chase, and there was no car chase. It was just it's all bullshit. It's their way to put a spin on it. They got caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and now they're trying to backpedal. Johnny. They tried to use that against us. Paint everybody, and then they keep coming off with all violence is created by right wingers. But what do you see over and over again? These Democratic freaking Trunies and stuff like that are doing all this shit over and over again. And once again, some people have been pointing out where they think this shit is planned, because it sure as hell seems like it. Because how much of this did we see under Biden? It's only when all of a sudden the Democrats weren't in power all of a sudden that we're seeing the shit left, right, and center. This is absolutely nuts. What's going on? Outlaw Bill. Hello, dear friends, brothers and sisters. Worry, I'm still angry, upset, and I will no longer remain silent. I will preach only truth and cut through the BS. Hey, I understand, Bill. Yeah. I mean, if you want to come on and say a few words too, you're more than welcome. Just let me know. I can throw you a link. Yeah, the governments are evil. And like Steeg said, a lot of them are complacent. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vinny.
Yeah, I was saying, like, yeah, for example, look at fucking Gavin Newsom. The clip you just showed before. We're going to fight back. We're sick of you. We're going to punch him in the face or whatever. Excuse me? Who are the ones? Who are the ones who just fucking shot up a bunch of the last 6 or 7 or 8 or fucking 10 of these shootings and all these crazy shit? It was all lefties.
Bro,
every one of them.
Say something
Democrat
a couple days
ran
ago.
cities, man.
Tim Wall said something about like he hopes to wake up and hear the news that Trump is dead. Just a few days ago, I thought he said.
Who said that?
Tim fucking Waltz.
Wow, that piece of shit. And look what what happened over there in his neck of the woods.
Yeah, or agreed. Vinny, you want to read this one?
What's that? They always invert the truth and accuse others of what they do. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They are a satanic cult, 100%. They're sick motherfuckers. That's why I said I've been calling out. This is what the whole culture war, quote unquote, was supposed to be about. Was about stopping these motherfuckers in these industries. People seem to have forgotten that. It became a whole drama, fucking nonsense with those bigger YouTubers who are trying to manipulate people into buying their shit, and anyone else who was starting to make money who didn't come from the mainstream, they try to suppress and lie about, because that's all they fucking do. They brought in these other whores and these other sick pieces of shit, and they poisoned everything, because that's what they do. They are the left. Those type of people are like that. And that's what the thing I always got pissed off about. I used to tell everybody, like, stay away from these individuals. Stay away from those whores that are trying to infest this stuff. Stay away from all these type of motherfuckers. And look what happened. Everyone is now completely divided, completely. And because of this happening, now they all pretend like they're super conservatives and they're coming out and they're finding things. No, they're not. What they did was they blew the dog whistle, and a bunch of their fans found all this shit, and a bunch of their fans started attacking or whatever. They use it as an opportunity to sell their own shit, because that's what they do. They're disgusting. Had this been what it was supposed to be, like that whole movement with the comic book shit, things would have been different. But now look, now they're all screeching about this trans thing that was in there. There's a bunch of other people that got fired, but they left the poison in there on purpose because they knew what they were doing. They work hand in hand with the government because that's what it is. It is about controlling the younger people. This is why they hated Charlie Kirk, because he went to the campuses. He is self-taught. He didn't go to college. He didn't learn from those shitty professors. This is why they hated him. And he changed thousands and thousands of fucking minds. This is the whole fucking point of it. Like you said, they couldn't debate him. They couldn't debate any of this type of stuff, and they got upset. The ones who had reasoning and logic went, oh, you make sense. And they joined them. And this is what they fucking hate. This is what they despise. That's why, like, all these other piece of shit artists, I was having fights on Facebook. Well, not really fights. They were showing me their true colors. I put out a thing saying how disgusting this all is. Didn't matter if you liked the guy, if you didn't like the guy. They murdered someone in cold blood. And these other motherfuckers are sitting there calling them Nazis and everything. It's like, really? What Jews did he kill recently? I said, he sat and he debated people. They couldn't win, so they killed him. Fuck you. And I removed them from my timeline there or whatever.
Well, on top of that, see, it wasn't even it's bad enough that they're sitting there laughing about this getting killed because they didn't like his political opinions, or they disagreed with him, or they couldn't beat him in a freaking argument. Then they turned around and they started mocking his family, saying, I'm glad that you're going to grow up without a daddy to his kids. Like, what kind of freaking demonic people do that? Real quick, I want to get Shifty involved in this. I'm going to put up a series of things right here on the screen. Shifty, I'd like you to read these for me.
The misery tubers forgot it. Sold themselves out like fat whores.
Yep.
All for fucking super chats.
And that is freaking spot on. And I've been talking about that forever, where a lot of these people, they do it all just for the money. I have never done anything on here for money. I do this shit for fun because I am under no disillusion that YouTube is ever going to allow me to freaking make anything out of this channel. 6 years they've been suppressing this freaking wild pig. Why? Mostly because I called them out on their bullshit. I mean, besides that, you look at the predominant nature of what's on my channel. It's freaking toy reviews. It's BattleBot toys doing freaking fights, and it's freaking guinea pigs. Like, how come controversial is that shit? Like, oh my god, this freaking guy right here, he's a monster. Yeah, I must be a monster. And you see, you push people into a corner, and this is what happened. A lot of us just don't want to be bothered. We're hoping this shit would stop. We hope it's going away, but you keep pushing people into a corner. And just like a guinea pig, since it's part of the rat family, you know, it's all part of that same species. You push a rat into a corner, what's going to happen? The rat's going to fight back. You've given a lot of us no fucking choice at this point. It's the same thing if you quarter anybody. Sooner or later, you're going to get bit back, and then they're going to cry about it. And well, guess what? You can take your boo-hoos and shove them up your ass, like you probably do with all those dildos that you pick up at a WNBA event. Fuck you.
Wait, can I just bring up something, Tommy, real quick? Just a picture.
Go.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Stick. I'm just bringing up.
Well, it's just like a quick comment. If you're standing on the left and you push someone, that person's going to move towards the right.
Yep.
You know,
or even if that person's in the center. You know?
Yep.
All right, here. Look at this. Look at this fucking. I can't even say human being. This is not a human being. Look at this fucking thing. This fucking abomination. This is the fucking thing that DC decided to give the Red Hood series to. Does this thing look like it has any sort of future? Does it look like it will do anything for the future? Any sort of like
absolutely
relevant?
It looks like it has a future of cardiac arrest and diabetes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it
future of swinging from a noose,
not making it to 2020
on its own
due to high cholesterol.
What kind of noose are we talking? You're going to need something like pretty powerful, like the type of freaking cables that they use on cranes or something.
Yeah, those ones that they use to like hold up cows for like birth and shit.
I'm sure Jesse Smollett will help it.
The cables from the San Francisco Bridge kind of cables.
Oh yeah,
look at this fucking thing. This is the fucking thing that the world is supposed to fucking cater to. Trans Roger Ebert over here.
Hey now, let's take it easy on Roger. Roger ain't did nothing to nobody. Come on now.
Fuck Roger Ebert too. Anyway.
Holy
shit. Yeah, Tree Rock. They always have them same crazy eyes. Yeah, everybody knows. So we've been calling that out forever.
If you told me that was Gail Simone, I would have been like, yeah, that's right. But listen.
Oh goddamn! Oh god, Shifty, read that.
No, this is Mimi and Drew Carey. They stepped into that machine from The Fly and they merged.
Hello, demonic Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, it's not demonic. It's Down syndrome Doubtfire.
And that thing also,
Mrs. Downsfire.
People don't seem to understand that thing was spewing a bunch of venom long before this as well. And that book that it just did, that Red Hood book, they said in it, apparently they murdered a bunch of cops or something, and they're tossing away like they're garbage. They don't mean anything. And people were writing this piece of shit saying, why'd you do that to cops? And
I don't consider them people anyway.
Exactly. So with that type of rhetoric, and now you got, again, kids still read comic books. There are still people like that. Like that company is supposed to be geared towards children. And you hire something like that pushing that kind of bullshit. And like I mentioned too, that TV series, same shit with John Cena. They put graphic fucking sexual scenes of homosexual orgies and weird shit in there. And guess who pushed that? Guess who was fucking responsible for all that? A pedophile, alleged pedo, James Gunn. He fucking headed this shit. Now, you mean to tell me this isn't a plan to push this Marxism and this disturbing ideology? Of course it is. That company was well aware what the fuck it was doing. That's why I said I don't give a shit whether they fired it or not. I ain't supporting it. And more people should be speaking with their wallets and saying fuck you to them. Fuck you on every level.
Damn right. I mean, that was something that a lot of the freaking misery tubers were saying for the longest time, you know. And real quick, Tree Rock was just saying about James Gunn, and then you were talking about it. And Johnny Lawrence says that's Mrs. Doubtfire merged with a walrus.
R says Brundle Beast instead of Brundle
Beast. Yeah, I wonder how they felt feeling when they celebrate their. Yeah. They don't give a shit. Real quick, Outlaw Bill. I mean, I know this is infuriating you. It's infuriating a lot of us. Like I said. Normally we're on here having fun talking about freaking toys, but I just couldn't do it tonight. He says, my very soul is angry and I am sick and tired of this nonsense, of this bullshit. I will use my words and my voice. I'm a Gen X motherfucker. I say it, fuck around, and they will find, and they will and are about to find out. Yeah, I get it. A lot of us feel like that at this point. We're just tired of this shit, man. Because, a lot of us, and it doesn't even matter if we all 100% agree on every single thing, because a lot of us up on this panel don't. There's some things I just cannot fathom, I cannot understand, I cannot tolerate, and I just don't understand how in God's green earth Vinny can like the Batman. But you know what? It's his opinion. It's his opinion. I don't agree with
Sheldon,
it.
shut up.
I don't like it either. I mean,
I hate both the Batman and Young Sheldon, so I'm a little bit of both of you guys.
Hey, Tommy, it don't matter because I ain't supporting that shit anymore anyway. So there.
Yeah, I say.
Fuck all.
And I'm the only person on the panel who likes Disney Star Wars. So hey,
and homie, you love the Penguin, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I got stuff, troll. Come on now, come on, man.
But to see all this fucking bullshit, where all these people, where is this coming from? When you get all these fucking Kamalas and fucking AOCs, I don't know where this is. It's coming from you, you fucking jerk offs, and you damn well know it's coming from you. You know it's coming from you.
AOC. Here's something. Now I got to rant. About this. Now when Gina Carano got in trouble and got fired, I was mixed on it. Like she should have had free speech to say whatever she wanted to, but she kind of poked the bear with that one, and I can understand because it was like her third or fourth time being told, take it easy. I think she still should have, not got fired, but. Everybody wants to get on her ass about that, and they did for years and years. But not one person would bring up why she posted what she posted, because it was the same week AOC and all these other high-ranking Democrats were saying shit like, hey, we need to get a list together of everybody that voted for Trump and put it out there. And that's exactly why she posted what she posted. And not one motherfucker wants to bring that up. They also want to just get on Gina. They got on Gina for years. Not one person went after AOC about it. And she did that, and she took all the heat.
Hey, has a mud skipper face ass fucking Maxine Waters said anything about this? The one who was up there. If you see a Republican, you create a crowd and you tell them
you harass them, you attack them. Remember all that? Yeah. Yep. If they're in a restaurant, they're out in public. Go after them. Okay.
No, you got it. You're saying the R's. She can't. Her face is so saggy. She can't say restaurant. That's how she says it.
You're right.
She looks like that. You know what she looks like to me? She looks like the emaciated version of a pug. I'm just saying, like a human emaciated pug.
Those things that are like in like really muddy, or like those? Are they mud skippers? Those things?
Yeah, muddy mud skippers.
Yeah, muddy mud skippers.
Yeah, that's what she fucking looks like. That fucking nightmare.
I mean, the only way it would be better is if it's because Indy's tied up and they found a certain object that they weren't supposed to open and it's melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed, Outlaw Bill. One thing they'll never be able to do is silence all of us. It's up to all of us to speak out, to tell the truth, for we are the sleepers that have awakened. Long live the fighters. Yeah. There's been a lot of people that have kind of been asleep through all this stuff, and they're finally just starting to see it now. And then everybody has their breaking point. like for me, for years, it's been how bad the economy's been and like how tight my finances have become. And that's for a multitude of different reasons. And some of the people know the steps that I'm making to try to correct some of these issues because I've been screwed over by, could you imagine? It's from a Democratic state that is screwing me over. Imagine that shit. But I'm working to actually rectify that situation right now. And if it does rectify, boy, you better believe I'm going to fucking talk about that one from the fucking rooftops. Fuck those people.
Let me tell you something. I'm pretty centered. That's where I'm at, right? But I've been pushed to the right, so I'm right at center right now, right? In my beliefs. But man, I tell you what, you bring up the economy and how bad things are. Like I don't really trust either side. And Trump, I'm gonna speak ill of Trump right now. He hasn't really made good on a lot of promises of getting the economy back in track because things are still crazy and obnoxious, and he hasn't even spoke on one of the worst things. You go down in the meat department and you look at the price. You got to take it like a second mortgage on your house to get a pack of steaks. Beef prices are fucking insane right now, and they're not coming down. And I've heard nobody talk about this outside of maybe a few reports last year. It's because there's like 4 meat packing plants and they're monopolizing it, and nobody's going after them. And it's pushing the freaking people into making like the lab grown meat. But of course, Texas done banned that. So I mean, you got to do something because, like, I wish they would do something because I'm getting fucking tired of pork and chicken right here, man.
Yeah, we be getting vocal on that on Fridays. That's what I do, man. I get vocal on all that shit. Yeah,
I talked to local farmers that said we are going to see rations you have never seen. 6 generations of farmers I am talking about. That's 60 fucking years, people. And they are telling us the prices of a slice of meat are going to be like, what you're paying for that. What was that Japanese shit that was like a couple $100 or $1,000 for a slice?
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get for just regular cows, and they're outpricing regular people. And keep in mind, our tax dollars went to illegals that they brought here illegally continuously, but told people like me on disability, we don't have money for you, but you still live in poverty as we're paying fucking California prices in fucking Indiana.
Well, you know what? That's one of the things.
Indiana.
That's one of the things that really does irritate me. Is one of the things I want to talk on. And thanks for bringing it up. And I know Shifty, you have something to say right after me. But Adam brought it up about the illegal immigrants and everything like that. And these people fucking boo-hoo-hooing over these motherfuckers. Let me tell you something. When my grandfather, because technically on my father's side, I'm only second generation in this country. My grandfather came over as a 12-year-old child because he was escaping what was going to be the horrors of World War II when he came over. Or I'm sorry, World War I. When he came over here, he had to not only prove that he was going to have worth to this country, he had to learn the fucking language. He had to take an Americanized name on top of that. That wasn't just hey, here you are, you're in. There had to be proof of why he was going to be beneficial to be able to come to this country. As I was working throughout the years, as I grew up and working at different jobs, I met this one guy who was from, I want to say he was from Prague, but it could have been somewhere else over in the Russian bloc. I'm not 100% sure exactly where he was from. He didn't speak very good English. Guy was a hell of a fucking worker, though. This guy spent over $300,000 within 5 years on visas to be able to become a full citizen of the United States. He was doing it the right way. So when you're saying that these illegals could just jump over the border, come over here illegally, they should be handed all kinds of shit and given citizenship, you are absolutely shitting on every single person that did it the right way, who worked hard, who spent all kinds of money to try to be here. You're just saying that they are absolutely fucking worthless, and these motherfuckers are the ones who should be praised. I'm sorry, you can absolutely eat my ass with that shit. Go ahead, Shifty.
Yeah, I mean, back to the food stuff. I mean, I'm watching reels and stuff, and there's people that's got the hacks to get the good deals on the meat. Like you buy this $124 like side of beef from Sam's Club, and you can cut up steaks and get it down to like $5 a steak. But who's got $124 to get the goddamn side of beef to do that? I mean, shit. It's stupid. It's retarded. Like I mean, I know that there's different prices. It's regional, right? But it's like $7 for like a pound of fucking hamburger here. It's stupid. I don't see how people, and I'm not poor. I mean, I'm okay. Our family situation is fine finance wise, but like for people that's struggling, I don't see how they can feed their kids and shit because it's retarded right now. And even sometimes, like, you know, I will just be getting our regular stuff that we usually get, you know, during the week, and it's obnoxious the receipt after they ring everything up. It's dumb, and it's not. It doesn't look like it's going to get any better anywhere, and it's, you know, I mean that's what I'm worried about mostly. I could give fuck all about, you know, anything else with the wars and shit going on, and it's they need to concentrate more about what our home situation here.
The main problem with this shit is because he's being controlled by a couple of different countries, and that's the thing that's fucked up right now. I hate to say it too, because we all thought there was going to be a change, and again, he's still the lesser of the two evils. But again, when you have Oy vey, they're using him like a puppet. They got their hands up his ass. He literally helped Netanyahu into his fucking chair like a woman. Like anything else, I thought he was going to get on his knees and start blowing him. Like, this is disgusting what the hell's going on. Everything is. We almost went to World War III because of the shit that was going on over there a couple months ago. And then they put it at ease. Right now, he has all the tech people in his fucking ear and in his pocket. Peter Thiel, he got his business off the ground with fucking Ghislaine Maxwell's sister. She has fraternal twin sisters in her family, and they fucking helped him build his business. So why do you think she's in a nice cushy place now? She's not in a hard prison. She's in a fucking resort, and she's probably going to get her pardon, because Peter Thiel right now is pushing the AI shit along with Sam Altman, the other fucking whack job, because this is what they want. Why did he pull Bill Gates back into his circle? And what's Bill Gates trying to do? He's trying to push the fake meat, because like you said, we can't afford it. They're trying to price us out, and then they want us to fucking eat the fake shit that they created in a lab with, and don't forget, they created with Henrietta Lacks. You remember that? That was the individual who they gave super cancer to. Her cells don't die. And they've been putting her in all the vaccines. And now they're using her cells. They're mixing it with meat, pork, beef, salmon, tilapia, and they're growing that shit in a fucking lab. We're eating cancer human meat. That's what they're trying to push on us.
Not only that, you know, that they push like, hey, get ground turkey if you can't eat the beef or if it's too expensive. And you go and you get the ground turkey, and it's mush. It's pink mush. It don't look like turkey. It don't smell like turkey. Yeah. I mean, it kind of tastes like turkey, but it's mush. It's not the same thing as it, because there's a lot of people that knows what ground turkey actually looks like and feels like, and that ain't it. And it's very disconcerting seeing them push that and sell that, and you know it's fake. It's got to be fake, and I don't know, man. Everything's going to hell in a handbasket. And you don't see nobody reporting on it. You don't see nobody caring. It's all about all this other shit. They don't care about the regular folks. They just care about like social issues and stuff. They don't care about the real families, how they're struggling and stuff. It's stupid. It's stupid as shit.
Our leaders are psychopaths. Look what they did in Germany. They killed like fucking 7 of those people who were winning their primaries and shit. They murdered them all so they could keep pushing the BlackRock fucking WEF agenda. This is disgusting. And all these DTF, the only difference I think between if Kamala got it and him is just the timeline. I think everything would have been sped up even faster, to be quite honest. That's the only difference. Right now, it's a slow, painful death that they're giving us. There might be small wins here and there, but they don't amount to shit compared to the long term. What's going on?
Well, I mean, look at the problems. Look at all the problems we've talked about forever, Vinny. Where you got these stagnant, no good, wheelchair bound, freaking arthritic, Beetlejuice freaking extras sitting still in office at this point, and they keep talking about there need to be term limits. But what are they going to do? They're going to put it to the freaking House to decide. Do you think that they're going to cut their own throats and say, we don't want to be in these positions forever anymore? No, this is absolute bullshit. Something like this needs to be bypassed the Senate and the House, because it's a decision they cannot make because it really is a conflict of interest. You can't do this shit in a court of law. This shit should actually be put to the people. Do the people want to see these senators and these congressmen get freaking term limits? Put it to the people. That's how you solve this freaking problem. You don't have to worry about a freaking president pushing his will. Put it to the people. Yeah, your constituents said you need freaking term limits. That's how you handle this shit.
Unpaid,
yeah, Johnny,
man.
I hear you.
Just make them unpaid, Tommy. Unpaid.
Yeah.
You could just make them unpaid and they'll fucking quit. You don't get paid anymore. It's your honor like it fucking used to be. You still got to work a fucking 9 to 5 like the average Joe, like you and I fucking did 3, 4 fucking jobs. No, you got to do that too. Just like quit fucking paying them with the tax money. If we have all these billions and trillions in debt, quit fucking paying them. It's that simple because they're the ones creating the debt, not you, not me. Hell, we can barely afford to buy the food we need for our animals and our families.
Get this. They said with the amount of money we gave to these other fucking countries overseas, everyone in this country could have got a multi-million-dollar fucking mansion and $200,000 in the bank.
Yeah,
they could have
tax dollars, people.
Yeah, tax dollars.
But not only that,
there's a lot of that weird stuff going on, Troll. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Shifty.
Not only that, but all these people that got locked in and fucked over by the student loans to where they're paying them for like their entire lives and shit, and they can never get ahead and stuff. It's just shit sucks all around.
Yep.
Well, college shouldn't be that expensive. Again, if you take the money aspects out, healthcare, we should be able to get whatever healthcare we fucking need. The back end should be if and when there's a payment. But if we're going to have a world where people are healthy, you can't put shit in the fucking food and then have doctors that don't even speak English because you've gotten rid of everybody. And then we've got 4, 5, 6 generations now in these schools with bad information. You know, oh, don't worry. Statin drugs are good for you. The fuck they are. Do the research. Like I said, Gen X got the internet. They fucked up. They gave it to us. And you know what? We remember who, what, where, why, when. We have watched for 70 years nothing get any better, man. That's the thing.
Well, there's a lot of us, we didn't even need the internet to remember all this stuff because, you know, back in our day, you know, you had to learn from a book or you had to go to a library. So you actually retained a lot of the information. Is why I always say that you could be so-called book smart, but that doesn't necessarily make you intelligent because intelligence actually comes being able to, read this information or learn this information,
and comprehend
gain this information, and then be able to use it and dissect it in conversations and everything. That's a big difference between intelligence. You just spewing ideas that you read on the internet does not make you intelligent. And RR agreed. Yeah, term limits has come. It's come along with eliminating the lobby. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Yeah, the pay to play lobbying has to go. And DTF. Yeah, how much of our taxes got wasted on Israel and Africa? Yeah, whatever happened to America first? Let's stop funding all these different wars in all these other countries. Yeah, but,
Well, look, he's undermining his own fucking members that he put in. RFK Jr. He's sitting there fighting in Congress with these pieces of shit. He called them out for all the money that they're stealing with Big Pharma, and then the next day later, fucking he brings Bill Gates in, and they're talking about new vaccines that he wants to push. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck? Like it's a joke. The whole thing is. And Lurch, I know it's very disturbing. I'm not going to get into detail about it, but I've talked about it in depth on my Friday streams, and we showed the proof as well. Yeah, it is cannibalism, isn't it? You would think. This woman, they took her out in 1951, and they gave her some kind of super cancer that will not die. Her cells do not die. Her and one other person. It was a fetus in I believe it's like 1968. There's a huge documentary on it. You got to look it up on the internet. The woman's name is Henrietta Lacks, and the family's trying to sue because they used her cells in billions of vaccines and medical use.
Along with baby fetuses, Vinny. Don't forget the baby fetuses that they denied that they've now had to say are there.
Because it's the only 2 people that they were able to give this weird fucking shit to. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. Take a look. Yeah, look it up.
Real
boys and girls.
And avoid
real quick. Steve, I want you to read this for me.
The bad, all the leaders are evil. They crave money and power over others. The good, there's not many of them. They're outnumbered by the people. This is true. Yeah. However, if the people keep sitting on their hands, they're gonna, the evil people are gonna do just fine. And speaking of people who sit on their hands, you might want to ask yourself, where's the thumbs located?
Oh shit.
We were hitting tons of freaking different topics on this, and once again, the opening salvo with this was the whole shit with Charlie Kirk. For a lot of people, that is actually that is the final straw. That is the final nail in the coffin, and how ridiculous these people, because they're still celebrating this shit. And some of them gotten called on this shit, and now they're losing their jobs. Like some of us, like Slasher was talking about, some of these people are getting their comeuppance, and now all of a sudden they're running scared. They thought it was so funny to do it first. Now all of a sudden they're running scared. They're deleting all their posts celebrating now all of a sudden. I seen somebody post that right on Twitter right before we started. I seen somebody made a post where all these freaking weirdos were deleting all this shit. And then, they're coming back with, don't worry.
I saved all of them.
Yeah, saved all of them. I was like, that is nice. Nice.
All right, see, like, because if you don't personally know the person, you're not going to know if it's real or not. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I've actually been seeing videos too of people who claim, not saying they could be bullshitting, but they're claiming that they did consider themselves liberals. They did consider themselves on the left until yesterday. They're like, how could you be they're there even after everything that's been going on? These people are like, what are you doing? I'm not part of you anymore. I'm done. Yeah. There's,
Well, and to bolster that statement, I've actually seen a few of the videos where some of these people, and I can't remember the one person's name. So I think it's Jeffrey Star or something like that.
Yep, really very, very, like the most flamboyant gay dude you could ever fucking imagine.
Yep.
And this dude is going on. It's like, you can't put on a dress and tell me you're a woman. My name is Jeffrey, and he was saying, what was it, Star?
Star, yeah.
Yeah, Jeffrey, he said his middle name and then Star. He's like, I was born a male. Like, he was going really fucking heavy into this shit,
And he said this people celebrating this shit are absolutely, they're sick.
Yeah. Was he the same one? He was crying when he found out that he got shot?
No, this dude had like long pink hair and these.
Okay. It was a different.
He kind of looked like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, he was like yes. He's like if Jeff Hardy looked like he was trying to go.
Yeah, there's a different one. So you look like a Puerto Rican gay guy or whatever, but he's someone that like he exposed the left a long time ago, and like he's been doing some good fucking work. He's been getting a lot of the voice out, and when they got Charlie, he put out a video. He was running, trying to tell everybody, because I guess he was there. Super fucked up, but. Yeah, man, people are waking up to it because this is bullshit. You cannot say this is a left-right thing or a homophobe thing. It has nothing to do with that. They could not beat him in a debate. They use this as an excuse, trying to call him and saying that he's doing all this bad shit. Again, I don't agree with everything he has said. I never really followed a lot of his shit. I see some of his things in passing. Some of the stuff in passing, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense. There's a couple of things. It's like, yeah, I'm on board with that. But he spoke logic, and he was about family, and he was about God. That's what they hate. That's what they fucking hate. Because the left and the people that control all of them throw the left and the right out the window. The people who are trying to control us are trying to sow division. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. And this is very divisive. Look how angry everyone's getting. All the shit that happened this fucking week and August 22nd when it, with that girl, like everything's coming out all at the same time. They want this shit to happen. They want a civil war. It's in their game plan. The next thing they're probably going to do, they're probably going to take out one of their own and blame it on the right. This is the type of shit that they're going to do to try to sow a civil war.
I mean,
this kind of shit. This kind of shit, Stieg. I've seen this one too.
To infuriate people.
And I mean, look at that. Like this is their messaging.
Yep. I you know what? I just saw this, right? And then, like, probably right before you sent me the link, and I want to see motherfuckers roasting this person in the comments. Pages down. See, things are actually fucking starting to.
Oh yeah.
Make like sense the way the world used to.
Yeah.
Well, when I posted that people committed treason should be hung from a fucking tree, I got fucking taken down for 7 days on Twitter.
Jesus.
like I don't think a full-fledged civil war could actually break out. I mean, outside of like what we're seeing, like protests in cities to where like the two sides come together and they clash. Like I don't ever see it getting so bad it erupts into like the outskirts or like into rural places, because that's something really bad's going to have to happen if they go out to the countryside. So I don't think it's.
I'll make it clear. I'll make it clear. It's the major cities. They want the major cities to do this so that he'll declare martial law. And once the army's in there, then the Democrats are going to throw in their articles of impeachment and they can try to take over. That's their goal. I'm not saying that we're all going to do it. This is the type of shit that they're trying to do to ignite it. They just want that spark. They want him to do that. That's why they started flipping out when he started bringing them into these other big cities. And guess what happened? Murder dropped to 0 in Chicago. All these places that they're talking about. And he wants to send more of them in there to, set the standard. Like, you're not going to get away with this shit. And it put fear into the bad guys. And that's what's upsetting them. So they needed something bigger to start this shit. So if they think they can incite all this at once, again, look, they try to take out their own people. If you remember, with the one nut job, what was it? The No King's Day that they tried to do, and Tim Walz's people were involved. Look how fast they swept that under the rug because they found out the cops leaked what was in the guy's car. They were trying to say it was a right-wing person, and they had that guy who looked like fucking Will Sasso imitating fucking Kenny Rogers. Yeah, he watched a lot of Alex Jones. That whole fake speech, if you guys remember that.
Yeah.
Because this is the shit that they're trying to do. And it backfired in their face, so they swept it under the rug. That guy's wife had guns in the car, passports for the whole family, and they were about to flee the country.
Yeah.
Well, did you see the other one that they had one more of those false flag moments just recently? So they tried to say that there was a school shooting in another school, and it came out, the cops responded, and it was absolutely bullshit. It was nothing but a false flag, but it was something that the DNC was trying to prop up for their freaking gun grab agenda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But all this belief on social media that they're trying to push this picture of like it's going to be the hillbillies versus the gangbangers, and when it comes down to a civil war, I'm not going to the hood, and they're not going to come out to the sticks. It ain't happening. It's just it's going to be the city people it's fighting. It ain't going to be out in the outskirts.
Of course.
So I agree with that, Shifty. What do we see in every horror movie when you get city folk out in the freaking country? They wind up stepping into a bog and they drowned. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I ain't going to the hood. So I mean, we're going to just keep to ourselves and let the people that lives in the city and stuff go at it.
Yeah.
Also, there's one guy in the 70s that he was a city guy and he went into the countryside. Yeah, he had to squeal like a pig.
Oh yeah,
remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they like that.
A lot of those lefties do. A lot of those lefties, I think they love that.
But
Lurch Troll, you're not wrong. Yeah, the city folk will try to kill their city folk, that especially the ones they don't agree with, and we've already seen that. I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the scumbag that tried to ride through a mass vigil on a scooter. Yelling shit about that and what they did to him. I mean, when you're talking about civil unrest there, Lurch Troll, that's the kind of shit that's going to wind up popping up more often, I think, at this point, because people are just tired of it.
They introduced his face to knuckle sandwiches and pavement.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, you know what? I didn't see any of it back in our day, neither did you, because you know what? That's the shit that should have happened, because that shooter, if they did actually know where the shooter was that took out, that fucker wouldn't have walked out. He'd have been got back in our days. That shit wouldn't even have happened. If we had an armed society like we used to, because we used to be able to carry, shit didn't used to be as nuts as it is. And then they went after all of us. And then by us, I mean males, especially white Christian males. And no matter what have they done? They've told the shit with the girl on the train, right? Or the bus. Oh, men are evil. And then you replace the good men with these foreign fuckers that are here to do exactly what they've been doing, just like Ryan Johnson did. He did what he was supposed to do, just for you, Shifty. But no, man, seriously, think about that. There were no good men on that bus. That's why it happened. And the people that did it weren't even fucking supposed to be here in the first place.
Well, I think at the very end, there was one guy that came over that tried to help her. But you see
it
all
was-
the other ones, like you had that freaking demonic piece of trash. She was sitting there filming it. The other guy just seen what happened that was sitting behind him, got him like, huh, yeah, okay, it looks good to me, and then just walked off. Like, they didn't
that
give a
guy
shit.
though, he came back after like 2 minutes. He was following the other dude like down the train or the bus or whatever, and then he came back after 2 minutes, and she had done lost so much blood. It was just
she was already she was gone for a few minutes by the time they came over, which is fucked up.
But
what's going on? Dying Yoda sound effect. Greetings. Start unfollowing, unfriending people from communist countries too. Fuck them all. Yeah, I hear you.
Same here. Yep.
Could I bring up something from Twitter?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
It's just someone. It's just a post from Twitter, and it's a very sad but very true fucking post.
Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, if 9/11 happened today, half the country would be celebrating, and they kind of are to agree. I mean, look what happened in New York City, and they're ready to put a Hamas supporter in charge.
This is pathetic.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. And I'm sorry, I that shit was there because I was in New York when New Jersey when it happened. I was moving, and from what I heard, they said people in California were celebrating. So it shows you.
I heard it was even. I heard there was even people doing it here. I heard.
Yeah, there was.
The ones who try to do
got
it,
the shit knocked out of them too. By the way, FYI,
Yeah.
'cause I know some people that own restaurants, and they didn't take it lightly, and those people got thrown the fuck out and shit kicked out of them.
Yeah,
allegedly.
What I saw up in the sticks over there where I was at, there were a couple of even old ladies. They didn't give a shit. They were out in the street fucking dancing. Owl heads, and they were beaten bloody. Well, I went into town the next day, and
so sad.
Yeah, so sad. Yeah, my heart breaks.
Horrible that happened. It's a shame that their Allah didn't protect them, right?
Yeah. Well, again, this is the sick shit that we've been dealing with, and we got in small doses there. Now they flooded our country for 4 years straight with this shit, and now we're seeing even more of this crap. They brainwashed all these dumb, stupid, fucking young kids, and it's the liberal white woman who's been the major destruction of the United States. They proved it. Most of the videos that you were showing, they were mostly that. The ones that I've seen, they were mostly that. Yeah, they were peppered in a couple of other fuckers and soy pieces of shit, weirdos or whatever. But for the most part, it's these women.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Slasher brought up a good point a while ago that after yesterday, there's people that's saying so much stupid shit over the Charlie Kirk thing that they're leaving. They're leaving the left. They're getting pushed out, and they're leaving. And that's a beautiful thing because, if enough idiots on the left and enough idiots on the right, the far right, far left, push them people to the middle, maybe at some point we can finally have a third party or something.
I was gonna say, maybe us in the middle should get a fucking third party for us.
I don't think it's ever going to happen though, but it would be a beautiful thing if it did, because that's the only way you're going to get people to work together and try to get stuff done, to see the good and the bad on both sides and get something going.
I mean, we got people in Congress arguing over shit that they've had fucking facts on for 30 fucking years, man.
Yeah.
It ain't never going to change. This shit isn't going to change. The opportunity of change was with Donald Trump, and he betrayed us. I'm sorry, he did. He fucking betrayed us. He's been in 6 months, hasn't done a fucking thing to help the average American, let alone the disabled American. And again, we're going to bring Chinese students to America. Man, fuck Chinese students. What about the fucking American students?
600,000 he wants to bring here because, again, who's the other country who owns us? It's China.
Yeah, it's the United States of America of China.
Of China and Oy vey.
Yeah, I know.
Vinny, can you read this real quick?
2 wrongs don't make a right. 2 lefties don't make any fucking sense.
Outlaw Bill, I
Two
did see
lefties
that.
can't turn right.
Yeah.
I did see some of that stuff, and I would be kind of cautious to what some of the people are posting, because sometimes they're posting real bullshit. And I'm going to bring this up real quick. So we see a lot of stuff in our daily adventures through Twitter, and some of it is absolute horseshit. I'm sure everybody remembers the whole shit with Greta Thunberg and that freaking ship, where they said that the guy fired a flare gun up, and it came down and it destroyed the whole ship. Yeah, I'm going to show something real quick, and if you believe that, my God,
I keep telling people I've done this for years. Swedes are shits.
Yeah, but you know, it's the narrative. I know Swedes are dumb. I know this man has told me all about them, and it's kind of hard to trust him.
How you can sink a Swedish submarine?
How?
You dive down and knock on the hatch.
Oh Jesus. Here, guys, pay attention to this. I want you to understand that not everything you see on Twitter is always factual, and people are always misrepresenting facts. And this is another reason why I always say be cautious in who you're listening to, because some of these people on the right will just say whatever they have to say to get you stirred up in a frenzy. They do it just as much as some of the people on the left. You got to be thinking. You got to have critical thinking when you're looking at all this stuff. Look at all the facts, understand what's going on, and know if it's bullshit or not. And this shit with the flare gun just happens to be absolute bullshit.
Fire! Fire! Observation! Observation! Fire! Fire!
And the reason that I have the flare gun shooting there at the end, because that's what the flare gun does. It goes up, it's like a report. It goes up and it just burns. There's a delay after it's fired. It's almost like a bullet, and it flares and it comes down. It's like pyrotechnics. It does not come down in a huge explosion. So anybody thinking
what if they were shooting
it at, an idiot.
What if they were shooting that flare out a fucking fireproof Metallica t-shirt right there, though?
Well, another thing, though, soy is not flammable, so it wasn't a Swede that caught fire.
What up, Justin Proper, man? Good to see you. I need to give a few things on chest. You don't mind? Does anybody? Can anybody send him a link? If not, I could see if I could try to do it.
Yeah, who's got his?
Because I'm not sure if I have him under my new thing on Twitter. Or Twitter. Because unfortunately, my first two accounts got absolutely hijacked by the weirdos on Twitter. You know, just because a pig who's quite angry tells them to go eat crayons, they get absolutely offended. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either, Tree Rock. And I mean, that's one of the dangers of AI, and a lot of us been preaching about that for forever. I mean, this shit is dangerous to what they could do with it, because they just make up anything they want and then try to use it as evidence against people. At the Justin Proper. You got him, Shifty? At the show.
I saw that.
Justin Proper. Okay.
I have sent him the link.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sweet.
I am
Thank
a
you.
Team player.
Awesome.
Appreciate that, Steve.
Adam
unfortunately dropped out again. All the problems that everybody's having with the internet. I mean, that's, it's one other thing is don't believe everything you see. Like, you see this shit with YouTube too. Like, the YouTube's still playing these games, and they're never going to stop. So whenever YouTube puts out an excuse of why these things are happening, it's usually absolute bullshit. But what's going on, Justin Proper?
I love how Stieg said, "I am a team player." Just so matter of factly. The delivery was on point.
Well, someone had to say it.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. What exactly have we been talking about lately?
Oh, everything.
All right. What specifically? Like, what was with the flare thing?
Well, the flare thing was just it's basically a warning to people that don't believe everything you see online, because they were whipping people up in a frenzy and saying that this guy fired a flare gun, and a flare gun comes down like a small flammable bomb. And that just doesn't happen, because that's not what a flare gun was. It was just a warning to people that don't take every single thing just because your favorite person on Twitter or YouTube says that this is a fact. Do some research yourself on this stuff. And we started off the whole thing with the whole Charlie Kirk thing. And
and that's what led to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because The Greta Thunberg thing. They were trying to say the narrative they were trying to put out was they were hitting. They got hit with a drone from Israel. That's what they were trying to fucking say, and everyone said that was bullshit. And then they said it was a flare. And the last I heard was it was their own engine they fucking blew. So
that caused an explosion, so it was like negligence.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
propaganda bullshit.
That's comedic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like it was their own misdoing.
Yeah,
Like,
and they filmed
some schlob like probably fucked it up or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've
Like,
never
it
heard
was-
of this thing.
Yeah,
I've been
like-
only focused on just like really one thing in the last
Mm-hmm.
in the last 48 hours, really, well, not the last 48 hours, but the last 36 something hours was just on the Charlie Kirk thing. You honestly, I don't know how much you talked about that, but I thank you for indulging me and having me on. I was on Anthony's stream last night, Dark Gift Comics, and I got to unload a lot of shit that I wanted to talk about, but this week started off pretty good. Like a guy masturbating during a Korn concert. It's fucking hilarious. And then the Phillies Karen situation where I don't know if you heard about that. Like there was a kid who got the ball, gone are those days. Our biggest issue being is Karen demanding a ball back from a kid who caught a home run ball. And then, the poor girl 2 days ago getting stabbed in North Carolina, and these fuckheads doing nothing about it, and then this happens.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
what in the fuck? What in the fuck?
To clarify, that girl, it happened on August 22nd, and the media was suppressing it for that long.
Is that why we didn't hear about it?
Yep. And that's why everyone's having this outrage all at once, because
It took Trump twisting the fucking media's arm for them to even talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's disgusting.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wikipedia was suppressing it. If you typed her name in, you couldn't find it.
What?
Yep. You typed in George Floyd, you get over 5,000 results. You typed her name in, and people couldn't find shit up until 2 days ago or a day ago.
Jesus Christ! It's like they want to what do they want to do? Like over dump all this shit on you?
Because it was a black guy. A black guy did it. So we can't have that narrative out there. People can't see that.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
It's 100%. That's what they were doing. That's 100% what they
the
did.
term blackout.
Yep.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, not really.
What's going on, Retard Watch? Yeah, Jesus, Retard Watch. Look, I let anybody come up here and say something if they want to say something. I've known Justin for a good number of years, man. He's a good dude. We don't always agree on everything, and that's okay. I'm willing to hear anything he's got to say.
Why we letting the queer on?
Tommy's very diverse, I guess.
The guy's name is Retard Watch.
Wait, I just got back. Who's the what now?
Fuck this guy, and he has a Joker avatar. What the fuck?
Adam's back.
What is this guy? Oh my god! But no, the one thing I wanted to get off my chest is that, for people in my generation, I think Charlie Kirk was kind of old enough to remember 9/11. I was not. I was in kindergarten. I don't quite know about that. But some people that I've talked to, and I've talked to a wide variety of people. I think I'm going to say something tomorrow on my own channel, even though I haven't posted anything in a long time. I told myself that after I came out of retirement, I wouldn't ever say anything unless there was a whole week of bullshit that culminated to it has to be the worst thing fucking imaginable. And an assassination like this, and the fact that the FBI are fumbling around more than like the villains in the Goonies. Like it's like they can't find this fucker. How fucking hard is it?
I believe they said
Find the guy. There's thousands of people in that fucking place, and you can't find them? Are you fucking kidding me? You have no leads, nothing.
It was
well, you know what? I think. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
By the way,
hold on a second. I think Justin. I think Justin might be onto something right here. So I always thought the FBI stood for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Maybe it is the Fratello brothers investigation. You might be onto something because it sure as hell seems like that with all the weirdos that they've had. Let's look at all the freaking idiots they have the Trump detail when they took a shot at him. It's the same fumbling, bumbling, freaking type of people. These people are like villains in a Scooby-Doo fucking cartoon at this point.
Well, no, it stands for Forever Bothering Italians. That's what it stands for. But listen, no, the whole shit, yeah, it's fishy. The whole fucking thing's fishy because there's a bunch of stuff that came out about this that is absolutely batshit insane. And the left, I'm sorry, not the left, specifically the trans community knew about it because there were a bunch of people posting about it that he was going to be liquidated, they kept saying, and offed, and it's going to be glorious.
Oh, that was the one guy. That was the one guy.
It wasn't just one guy. It was multiple ones, and they said that this information got to the FBI as well. There's a bunch of shit that's involved with that, including the other stuff too. Where
and it got to the FBI before this happened. And what happened? What did they learn? What did they learn from the attempted Trump assassination?
Nothing.
How to get away with it.
Orchestrated. This is orchestrated to cause a bunch of chaos. They want civil war to happen. And it's not for everyone. It's the major fucking blue cities. They want that to happen. So Trump deploys martial law, and then the left could say, here's articles of impeachment. That's the fucking goal. They already said it. Jamie Raskin said it. These other pieces of shit lefties already said this. They said it before he became president again. They said, if he has a second term, we're going to fucking destroy the country. They said it on national television. I played it on my channel multiple times.
Yep.
These people are fucking monsters.
Well, here's another thing about it when you talk about and everything and the possibility of knowing. I forget. I think I sent it to you, Vinny. I might have sent the link. There was something where they said that there was a book that came out a few days before.
Oh yeah, yeah. I believe
him.
it was a day before the shooting. It's called The Shooting of Charlie Kirk. Yeah, it came out the day before on Amazon. There was something else too. What was it? That woman who put out that video.
I saw that on Instagram too. Like I was like, and I don't even know if that's real. Like, is that still like a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing. Alex Jones showed it too. The other one was New York Times and LA Times. They both put it out.
Still an active link, like that book for pre-order. The book for pre-order.
Oh, people archived it. No, they archived it. They changed the date after people were catching on to it. They went back in and changed the date, but people had screenshotted it. They archived it. They verified it through Grok. All that bullshit. It was true. These motherfuckers put it out beforehand, so they knew what they were doing. This is the whole thing's fishy, and then what's even
the person on SoundCloud. Like I feel like a lot of this was a bit misdirection, and there's something going on, and I just like we already knew that. Like with you can still like after 48 hours probably still find the footage of Charlie Kirk getting shot in the fucking neck. And let me just tell you this, like for people like me who like don't really remember 9/11, and we're not born in the 1960s. Obviously, like if I can barely remember 9/11, I get like I certainly as shit. My parents weren't even born for that, just knowing that this has happened before. And now it's one of those things where it's happening to the other side, the conservatives, and now they're waking up to something.
It's no different than Lenin getting shot, Justin.
What's that?
It's no different than Lenin getting shot.
It's no different than one of my friends who was actually what he said he wasn't sad about what happened this week, and I was actually really pissed off, like when he
As you
said
should
that.
be.
But then he went on to say that, well, the same thing happened in the '60s when people had, you know, celebrated when the Kennedys were shot, or Malcolm X, or Martin
This is
Luther
different,
King.
though.
It's different. No, it's different. It's always different. It's always different. But
Yeah.
I don't think for my generation, like younger millennials or even Gen Z, has ever experienced something like this before.
They're also desensitized because here's the other thing that's different. We have horror movies. We got a whole bunch of crazy shit that had blood, gore, and guts that they didn't have so much of back then, or it was more of a niche thing, and the people who only
Video
into it
games.
saw it. Video game, you name it. Everything's different now, and this is what they've been doing. It's a slow roll. That's why they did it with all the movies and shit. That's why I brought up earlier the James Gunn crap. They're pushing hypersexuality and disturbing fucking visuals because they want to start to desensitize these kids into being more sexual, because that's the narrative of the left Hollywood and the George Soros people. They want to be able to take these kids and do whatever they want to them at earlier ages without getting arrested or in trouble on any level. This is a sick fucking thing is what they're doing. And that's why I called it out. And that's why I said I'm boycotting this bullshit, because this is the problem that happened last time. Everyone seems to forget, like I said, the Commie-skate shit, all that crap. How it started was we were supposed to be the other option to the bullshit that was going on in the mainstream. Well, that was a lie. And everyone fucking hijacked it for themselves because they saw money happening. The people who led it they turned out to be pieces of shit who were two-faced as well. And they attacked creators instead of going after the mainstream that was pushing this horse shit. Now you fast forward and look at all these evil motherfuckers who keep pushing it nonstop. And they're celebrating the death of this man. And they're laughing in their face, and they're laughing and harassing his fucking wife and children. These people are monsters. And again, people lose sight of the real goal that was supposed to happen, because they saw money, they saw drama, they saw fame. That's what they wanted. That's why we're in such a shitty fucking state. And then there's a whole bunch of weak people who won't stand up either, or they look the other way, or they won't fucking talk back to these dickheads who they think that they're the fucking leader of these groups. Everyone was just complicit. And then the rest of the people, they're still slaves to the fucking brand. DC, Marvel, all that bullshit. That's what the fucking problem is. And they're the ones who are pushing all this ideology and brainwashing everyone. Sorry.
WWE's just as bad, by the way. Wrestling, modern day wrestling, just as fucking bad. All the pornographic shit that's in it, too, on top of it.
Yep.
Agreed, Castle. Agreed. Real quick, say hello to 2024 Woke Go Broke. He looked over the shooter. He was explaining. You could see under his shirt he was wearing a vest. Yeah, I know a lot of people are saying it was like a clean shot to the neck, but you could actually see where it bounces off the shirt, because you could see the shirt deform when it hits, and it goes up into his neck. And there's been people talking about it looks like signalers behind him. So, I mean, anybody who's watched any of those things or knows anything about military tactics, they have signals that they give to people. I mean, it's no different than you would see on the baseball, sideline with a freaking umpire the coach giving signals to his players, tipping the hat, doing other things like that. It looked very much like that. Whether or not that's exactly what it is, I couldn't say 100% certain, but it certainly does look that way. And everybody that has pointed out, they've made their reasoning of why they think it is. So I couldn't tell you one way or the other.
Yeah, man.
Can I just clarify something?
One sec. Always DTF, man. Have a good night, and dude, try to feel better. I know right now it's a dark time, but try not to let it eat you up completely. I know we rant and we go off on a lot of things, but yeah, man, don't let it eat you up. Try to find some of the things that still make you happy, and look into that stuff.
Yeah, take care, DTF.
Later, man.
Yeah, I want to clarify something. I don't remember the day of September 11th because I was 6 years old and I had just started kindergarten, and I was very properly shielded from most of the awful stuff that happened. So because I was so young, I don't remember that. So sorry if there's any misunderstandings here.
No, you said your age though, man. I mean, or roughly. Charlie was the same age as you, dude. I mean, he was like 32, 33, right around that. I mean, He doesn't remember. He didn't remember 9/11. He was a kid too when it happened. That's what I mean. Like a lot of you guys are. We're not. We're the old motherfuckers that have been around watching the same shit repeat itself for over 4 generations. And shit's only gotten worse. And that's just it. Again, it happened again and again and again. There has been nothing put in place to protect any of us by any party in over 100 years. Pfizer has been in business for 175 years and hasn't cured a fucking thing. Let that sink in. But yet all our meds come from China. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why aren't we making it here? The tariff bullshit? Hey, my generation was, hey, fuck you. We don't need your Jap shit. We'll build it here in America. And now nothing's fucking built here. The reason we're to the knees to China and Trump's sucking fucking their dick is because they got us by the balls when it comes to meds. And then the technology bullshit. Well, you know what? Fucking let the EMPs go off. We can survive without the fucking computers and the AI that they keep trying to push with the digital narrative and the digital ID shit that's coming here next. It's already here.
I was trying to get Stegan out, but have a good one, Steeg. Take care.
Later, Steve. Have a good night, bro.
Later, man.
Take care and be well, Steeg. But this has been a hell of a week, and I honestly just I've been looking at like what's been happening like the last couple of days, almost nonstop, trying to figure out find out any clues, any hints, and I got nothing. And apparently, some people have some sort of clues of what's going on. I don't have a clue. I don't even know what's going on anymore. And maybe that's the point. But I saw footage, did you guys see the home camera footage of the alleged shooter?
No,
the
people in the backyard.
There was a guy with a backpack, and then you have another angle on the opposite side of the street, allegedly, of a guy also with a backpack, and then you have a guy sneaking around, in the back, and running around and hiding and shit, and it just, the way that the footage is juxtaposed with each other, it makes me think that this is the same guy before and after the shooting, same guy with a backpack. And then you have a guy running around in the background,
well, there was a guy on the roof.
No. This was the footage in the neighborhood.
Yeah, but they have footage of the guy on the roof who took the shot. That's what there's multiple things. And then there were decoys. There were 2 old guys that were decoys that they let back out. The bald one whose pants fell down, and the other fucking dick who had a pellet gun. And they tried to make it look like it was the guy with the pellet gun. And that's why the cops were posing and laughing and smiling. I'm like, this is bullshit.
Yeah, I stepped out just a while ago to take a leak, and I stepped in the other room, and my dad was watching the news, and supposedly they got footage of the guy getting down off the roof, and he's got a hoodie on and stuff, and supposedly he got his ankle injured or something, so when he jumped down, they think, so he's got a bum foot or leg right now, so...
I thought they caught him. Didn't they say they caught
him? I don't
him?
trust any of the information we get because it was a fucking setup. They set him up, man. At the end of the day, nothing you're going to find. It doesn't fucking matter. He's dead. And he's dead because they've been allowed to do this for 25 fucking years. Over. This is the 24th anniversary, is it not, of 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay. So for over 25 years, this shit's been going on, man. Nothing has changed. You know, that's the thing. Justin, you're going to be getting to our ages in a couple decades here, and you're going to be like we are because, again, none of the shit that anybody is doing fucking matters because nothing has changed. Not one thing has changed.
Yep. Well, the Bush family that was involved with the 9/11 stuff and all that, all those connections, there's so much cover-ups. The dancing Israelis, all that shit. And they still try to pretend like, Building 7 just went down on its own. Yeah,
magically,
controlled demolition. Yeah.
And it's, that's something else we brought up plenty of times when you talk about everything that went on with those freaking towers and everything, how the guy who freaking took over the towers took that massive freaking insurance policy out and everything,
yeah.
including Building 7. Like, oh yeah, that's all just coincidence, right? And the guy who was supposedly there every single day suddenly doesn't show up the day that the attacks happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
when
just
they're
another
supposed to be
coincidence.
auditing the missing money that 24 years later we have no explanation for. Yes, we do.
Yep.
Look at the world we're living in and all the shit that's happened. That's our money that paid for all of it.
Yep. All of it. That's fucking crazy. It's the same thing too with J.P. Morgan, who was supposed to be on the Titanic. He didn't go, and all the other people that were opposing what was going to happen with the fucking Federal Reserve and everything, they happened to be on there.
Yeah, they all drowned.
Yeah, hilarious how that works.
I love how you said it's hilarious.
This is fucking
yeah, Steve. Yeah, but as far as J.K. Rowling, as I know, there's a lot of people celebrating her because of her stances. But you got to remember, she's a freaking lefty weirdo, and I don't trust a goddamn word that comes out of her mouth. None. People keep forgetting what kind of type of person she is. She cheers for illegal immigrants. She cheers for a lot of the shit that a lot of these people are supposed to be diametrically opposed to. But because she said one thing that they agree with, they're chiming and beating the drums like she's some kind of hero. Nope, not for me. What's going on, Tolbert?
No, I completely agree with you. I'm just like, oh, okay, now, like I was watching, I was watching Steven Crowder's Rumble stream, and he was so infuriated about everything because he's like, nope, fuck you about everything, because like this is the kind of shit that's been going on for years, and it's been escalating, and at a certain point this was going to happen, and now it has, and now you're like, we got to tone down the rhetoric, like I can understand, because Steven Crowder's like gone through, like, no matter what the fuck you feel about his personal takes, he has been threatened time and time the fuck again. Unacceptable.
Goddamn retard watches. Like he is out for blood with you, Justin.
I don't give a fuck about him. He's a guy with a Joker avatar. I don't know. Go ahead. What does he want to do? Shoot me? Go for it, pussy. Go for it.
I think if we learn anything,
what is he going to just like this dipshit is going to disagree with more shit that I don't. Oh, I thought you were going to.
Well, I think that's one of the things that we've learned about a lot of people is when we're talking about the whole situation, everything that's going on. If you disagree with a certain people and a certain mentality that they actually represent, you are the enemy regardless, because you can't have open dialogue with people that are diametrically opposed to you. It is not possible. And that's why I say I cannot have any kind of civil discourse with a lot of people that are sitting here cheering on his death, because I'm sorry, if you're cheering that shit on, knowing that, kid's going to be without his father right now, and you think it's the biggest fucking joke in the world just because you didn't like what he says. I mean, how weak of a person do you have to be?
Yeah. Because a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, his son just turned 1. And these motherfuckers are dancing and celebrating this shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up. No, unacceptable. Violence is never the fucking answer. It's never.
Well, at some point though, that's the problem. We have been preaching this shit for over 4 years. We thought with Biden in, this shit was going to go off then, and every week we'd remind people not to lose their shit. Did we or did we not, Vinny? Tommy?
Yep. Of course.
I mean, for no shit. I mean, that's what we've done for the last 4 fucking years. Every Friday, almost every other stream, trying to remind everybody not to lose their shit. Well, you know what? Maybe go ahead. Go ahead. If you're going to not do anything, you know what? Then whatever happens, happens. You get what you fucking deserve. But y'all have been warned by everybody. We have sat here and followed the rules in a game that are no rules. For 4 years, the rules didn't protect us. Now, did they? The Constitution? They broke our constitutional rights and our God-given rights illegally for 4 years. And yet nothing has changed, as I said earlier. So, yeah, it's not going to change. Tariffs, we called it, man. The tariffs hit before, the pricing hit before the tariffs even went live, man. How is Big Bad Toy Stores already charging us for the tariff prices before they were effective, right? We called that shit out. Same with the food. Food prices have doubled or quadrupled. We buy 50 pounds of beef, and it's usually off of hanging weight, right? This last time, it would have been 275 pounds for 50 pounds of hamburger, which is ridiculous because it doesn't usually cost that much, nor should it. But it was a better deal with the chicken per pound that I got. That's actually natural chicken from here. Justin, we were talking about that. How I buy everything locally. It's all here. That's another step. Stop fucking shopping at Walmart. Stop buying shit that ain't food, and don't support the shit that's killing us. If you don't buy it, guess what? It sits there and they have to stop making it. Whether
eventually. What's going on? What's going on at Dig Outlaw?
Go ahead, Tom.
I just want to say hi to Dig Outlaw in the chat right now.
What's up, Tom?
Cool. Johnny's saying I got a few more subs. That's cool. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, YouTube has been suppressing my channel for years. They fucking hate my fucking guts.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
Because I refuse to put up with bullshit. And I just won't do it, man. I told that. I said hi to told that already. Turning loose that kind of energy is a horrible idea. Find a better way to exercise that anger. Yeah, to a degree. But at the same token, we can't let these kind of people push us around and then just not say anything. Like I really do hate the fact that some of these people are saying, "Oh, don't fight fire with fire." Really, because everything you're saying, don't fight them, has really been working so far. And it was like one of my posts that I made. Like, you can't sit there and have people saying that they're literally going to target you and your family because they don't like your opinions and do nothing at all. And as far as these people that are in power, and I know Adam has said this before, so far they have done jack shit about this. How much longer do people have to wait? And, at some point, and like I know everybody's saying it might not be civil war, but if this shit keeps up, how long do you think it's going to be where people had enough and they start taking matters in their own hands because their government don't want to do anything about it because most of them are all bought and paid for? And you can't tell me they're not. I don't trust not a single one of them. I always said never trust a fucking suit. And there is a fucking very, very valid reason why I've always said that. Because you can't trust anything that comes out of their fucking mouths. They lie at a fucking the side of their fucking mouth constantly. Nothing is ever the full fucking truth. Never. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, who?
No, I don't know. Whoever was going to talk. I mean, I start ranting and everybody gets quiet. Am I scaring everybody to death? Is that what it is?
No.
You were fine, man. It's just when you redirected, nobody knew who you were redirecting to, bro.
Well, usually Tommy tells us to have a knife fight in the back to take over. So
yeah.
I'm gonna head out, Tommy. Thanks for throwing me the link, man.
No problem, Slasher. You doing a game stream later?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a game later. I haven't picked a game yet, but I'll pick from an NES NES game. So.
Cool.
But,
cool, man.
Yeah, and tomorrow, anyone gonna come through for the Lucha Underground stream? Just
Yeah.
Cool, man.
All right, man. Later, guys.
Yeah, later, Slasher. But I'm going to open up the floor to anybody who wants to talk about anything else that's been going on. I think I've hit all the topics that I necessarily wanted to hit, including some of the shit with that flare gun thing, because that was just absolutely retarded. I've never seen a flare come down look like it's a fucking like a fucking I don't know, like a missile. It doesn't work like that. Plus, those things, the way those rapports go up, they kind of hang in the air for a little bit. They're meant to kind of hang in the air when they go up. This is so other ships can have more of a chance to actually see them. But yeah. That was not a fucking flare. It doesn't come down in a big ball of fire like Lurch was saying earlier. It looked more like a Molotov cocktail coming down out of the sky than it looked like a fucking rapport from a flare gun. But yeah, guys, by any means, anything else you want to get off your chest about all the shit that's going on? I know, Vinny, if you had any more you want to talk about with DC and their bullshit and the garbage, by all means, go for it.
Oh, sorry.
I guess it's really, really many. You were talking about how all the stuff going on with DC, how bad it is. I don't think it's going to get any better because today it was announced that Paramount put out they're going to buy Warner Brothers, so maybe they're going to end up under DC, and it's going to just get worse because you see what's happening with Star Trek. If they get their hands on DC, it's not going to get any better. That because they've ruined Star Trek so with certain stuff, so it's going to. Yeah, probably get worse. I was hoping Universal would have went after WB, but no, it's It's all fucked.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Because that's it. They have all their fucking Marxist douchebags in that stuff. As I said, tomorrow, I'm going to cover more of it tomorrow too. But it's a ton of stuff. Because the people who are involved, I told you, it's attached to Hollywood. It's attached to all this crap. You know, everyone thinks certain things are coming at us from certain directions. Well, no, it's right in our face. It has been. It's the brainwashing from these fucking companies and these horrible people that are involved.
The celebrities pushing, they're pimps, dude. They're pushing the products, and people are listening. And again, what was that movie 2012 where they had the actor acting like Arnold telling you not to worry, and they're like, when he tells you not to worry, you worry. You know, I do believe that was the 2012 movie. But I mean, literally, what good has come from any of the entertainment? Everybody has forgotten how to boycott, right? Like, we watched Marvel launch in the 90s and relaunch with X-Men and Spider-Man. We mentioned they could save Marvel when they started misstepping by doing the same thing. But we're beyond that now. Like, you cannot for decades do what they have done and then forgive it. Shifty, you're the exception. You can still love the Star Wars and do what you're doing. Love what you love, do what you do, and enjoy it, right? As long as that's why you're doing it. Don't do it for a super chat.
I'd rather have Star Wars that's halfway good than having no Star Wars at all. Because I lived through the drought back in the 80s when we didn't have nothing all the way up until just give me some. Even if it's good, if it's bad, I can pick the good from the bad.
And what did we have for the longest time? We had, the stuff that they were doing with the expanded universe, or
the books,
all the books and everything like that. And we had all the toys that some of them were god awful, but it was still something to keep the stories alive for kids, because they could have their own stories with their action figures. And for the longest time, that's all it was. And when they came out with the prequels, I enjoyed the prequels for what they were. I know there's some people on the panel that didn't really like the prequels. I didn't think that they were perfect. I'm by no far saying that they were perfect, but I think there were some decent elements in the movies, and I think they could have been done a lot better. And I think a lot of that has to lie with George Lucas completely taking the reins and not having nobody over his shoulder like he did with the first three movies, telling him this is not going to be any good. You need to do something else with this. And as far as like what everything's doing, I hate Disney, and I've expressed my opinion about how much I hate Disney and everything they do. I just can't have anything to do with them. But I mean, if you like and you want to watch it, by all means, go ahead. The only thing I say, just be one of those hypocrites like you see a lot of these bigger channels do, but they tell you to boycott all these freaking companies, and they will gladly throw money at them so they can talk about it, so you don't have to. Miss that nonsense,
You're one of the few people that reads my shit on Twitter. You know how I am with the Alien show right now. I'm a little bit mixed on it. Like, I was really looking forward to it. And, the last couple of weeks I've expressed my, complaints. So, I'm not fully on board with everything Disney. They can suck a dick sometimes. No offense.
No, I get it. And you went into it with high hopes and everything like that, and then you felt a little bit disappointed. And I get it because it's not exactly what you were expecting. It's not what they were building up to. And unfortunately, like I've always said about Disney, this is one of the things they love to do. They love to what was that shit that Ryan Johnson say? Subvert your expectations. We're going to lead something up to be really good, and then we're going to spoon feed you a bunch of garbage. And they did kind of something very similar, because I was really looking forward to that Godzilla, Monarch, King of Monsters shit that they had. Some of those episodes were really freaking great, and other ones were absolute freaking political ideologue trash.
Yeah, filler trash that nobody needed or wanted.
But you had a good entertainment everywhere, right? I mean, that's what we've been telling everybody. This is the sprinkling, and then it went from sprinkling to here's the pie in your face.
Mm-hmm. They can't help themselves. They're fucking.
Here's something that's gonna blow your guys' mind. I don't really like Star Trek.
Well, I don't really like the old Star Trek. I like the movies, the old movies, the original cast.
I don't care for any of it.
Well, goddamn.
I can't get into it. No matter how much I try. I found Star Wars first. Star Wars is more entertaining. Trek is just boring, and I can't get into it. No matter how much I try.
I had parents
that had to start with Buck Rogers.
That probably would be worse.
My mother got me
into
Star
I don't know
Trek,
when it gets to younger generations, like the older, like the things that the older movies, the older serials that you watch, you appreciate where everything is gone. Like, but I can't even enjoy 2001: A Space Odyssey. I'm sorry, you lose me when in film class you're telling me how brilliant something is when a fucking guy in a gorilla suit is throwing a bone up in the air. I get it, but I'm like, at the same time, it's a guy in a gorilla suit and it looks stupid. Like it looks worse than the Bigfoot footage. Like, this is dumb. This is dumb as shit, and I can't enjoy any of it except for the soundtrack. Like,
I watched all the Star Trek shit when I was a kid, and like I even seen the stupid J.J. Abrams ones. Like, it's okay. It's not something that like I need to follow. Never saw was it Deep Space Nine and all that, but I saw it. Like,
they said it's really good.
Yeah, there's a few things like because it's. Something like if it's in passing, if it was on, like I'd leave something on and watch. You get some enjoyment out of it or something. But I totally get it. If it's like, I don't like it at all. Like I totally get that.
Look, Star Trek is something that usually it was generational to where your parents got you into it. That's at least what happened with me and some of my friends. Like my mom got me into Star Trek and stuff. And if you don't have that going, there's really little chance that you'll get hooked on the original series unless you got somebody there. Kind of pushing you into it. I can see younger people not, jiving with that, but
right.
Well, I will just say that there's an old Klingon proverb that says, "Revenge is a dish which is best served cold."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Comply.
But I mean, Star Trek was never like a must, and it was the same thing. We had Buck Rogers, we had Flash Gordon, we had all that stuff, and then
Battlestar Galactica.
Battlestar Galactica into Star Wars, man. So like we did have some really cool shit, which Justin, I get what you're saying too, because again, got kids your age, so it's really cool though to watch because you're like Sam, man. It's the same thing. Like their Star Wars, Sammy's Star Wars, my kids' Star Wars. It is the prequels because that's what they grew up on. Like they appreciate the original, but their Star Wars is that. But this new shit, I couldn't even watch that. It was just garbage, And it's to each their own though. Like if you truly enjoy the stuff, that's great. We have ribbed McFarlane, for what he has done. And Shifty, that's the one thing I will say for a fact about you. When they mess it up, you let them know. You're not Vinny's talking about buying because of the brand and all that kind of stuff. That's not you. You're buying stuff in the hopes it's good, and when it's not, you speak your mind like the pig does. And that's the thing that brings. That's the special gift you bring. That's what makes you not be one of these brand whoas, because it's whoa.
I was at GameStop today, and I was looking at the McFarlanes, and they had that Justice League Task Force Batman. I thought, why don't I get that and do the same thing I did with that Superman? Strip all that paint off of there and try to fix it up myself to make it look good. And I bought it, and I got halfway down the road. I was like, F this. Turned around, took it back. I wasted my $5 off coupon for the month, but I said, F this. I ain't keeping it. I ain't doing the extra work. I can fix it myself. I can fix it myself, but I'm not going to put the effort into it because screw that. F toward.
There you go, brother. That's why and Vinny was the one that I educated him on. I have patience. See, that's why I won all these freaking McFarlanes, all of these Lex Luthors, all 15 of them for basically next to nothing. Because I patiently waited and got them one. I got 3 of them for $15. That's a win. $5 each for a McFarlane, even if they do fall the fuck apart. You know what I'm saying? We can glue them back together, right, Vinny?
We're gonna have to end this stream because Tolbat wants Adam to take his clothes off. I don't know what's going on here. A retard finder was talking about queers, and now there's 2 of them. This is getting out of control. We're gonna have to freaking wind this up because I don't know what's going on in this chat, but I am not going to promote this kind of behavior on my streams.
I will say that. I will say that though, but I will say this. That And that Batgirl and that Scarecrow they just announced the other day, I may have to go out and reserve that, but don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody.
It'll be our
you just told everybody, Shifty.
Yeah,
shit.
I ain't supporting any of that shit anymore. Like I said, what they fucking pulled, that company pulled, nah, they can keep all
But
that
that
garbage.
Batgirl looks so good. That Batgirl looks so good.
Yeah, fuck them all.
Well, I can't. I can't.
He's got to have something, Vinny. He still has.
She's too little.
I meant DC, but okay.
Oh, no, Johnny Lawrence wants to take his shirt. That's it. This is going too far.
Johnny Lawrence.
Man,
Johnny Lawrence. I need to speak to Johnny Lawrence for a second. Hey, Johnny Lawrence, out at GameStop, I seen it. They got a Johnny Lawrence talking doll. You pull the cord and he talks. I didn't know you put that stuff out. Man, that's cool. Thumbs up to that, man.
Nice.
It's out at GameStop. Go get you a Johnny Lawrence doll, Johnny Lawrence. If you ain't getting no kickback, it sucks.
I'm going to throw it around, and everybody gets to have a chance to say whatever they want to for an outro. Let everybody know what they got going on. We are pulling the plug on this one, but first off, I want to thank everybody that stopped by in the chat. Everybody's been hanging around. Everybody's taking part. Everybody has reshared the stream. We truly do appreciate it. This poor pig has been suffering through the YouTube nonsense for over 6 fucking years, dude. I just try to have some fun on here and usually do toy reviews, fucking talk about my guinea pigs and do little battle bat fucking fights. That's it. That's all I'm doing, but somehow I am like the most evil, hateful, awful person that you would ever see in the world. But I do have some really nasty guinea pigs that will take off your toes, and I got some pretty decent people up here. Maybe you don't all agree with them, but they're going to go ahead and they're going to let you know what they got going on. So first up,
don't fuck this up, Mitchell.
All right, me first. All right, this is the first time in a long time that I've been waiting to say this. All right, retard. I just put my X, my Twitter, right there. Made my DMs open to everybody. If you're a real fucker, come on, let's talk. Let's just have a conversation and have a party. Let's go. Because that's what free speech is all about. You know, just talking ideas. And what happened with Charlie Kirk, I would be just as outraged if it had happened to Hassan Piker. I would be just as mad. In fact, I would actually be very mad. But the only thing that would change is everybody else's perspective. You know, because violence is never the answer. Call me a hippie if you want, but fuck it. It's unacceptable. This should never be normal. I don't care what he said before. I don't care what the justification is. Nobody deserves to be assassinated like this, and it's the worst thing to happen in my adult life, at least in terms of just how horrific shit should be. Like it should be interpreted as, like, in my opinion, like, I'm fucking horrified by it. But it's not going to stop me from hanging out with you at a meetup and having a conversation, because, you know, if that happened to me, so fucking be it. At least I'm not afraid. So, and
awesome.
Neither was he.
Appreciate it, Justin. Got anything going on, or?
I might upload something tomorrow morning. I have no idea if it's going to happen or not, but I said if there was going to be a week where shit has gone so fucking crazy that I would have to say something. And I told Adam, I told you this on our phone call the other day on your birthday, that, like, the only reason that I would ever make a video is if something really terrible were to happen, and I had to say something. So,
yeah, man.
All right, guys.
This very well may be the week.
Well, if you haven't, take a look at Justin's channel. You can see some of the stuff that he used to do all the time, and keep an eye out if he posts that video. Justin, I appreciate you popping on for a little while, man. Good to see you. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, and I hope everything is going okay for you, because it has been a long time, and you always been a good guy to me. And Tommy, you're a great guy.
I don't know if I'm a great guy. I've heard I'm a class act. I don't believe none of it.
You've been a great guy to me. You know, despite disagreements, you've been a great guy to me, no matter what our differences are. And, you know, we should never allow, if there's anything that I have to say, is that never allow anything to get away from civil discourse and to have violence be the last resort. Like, let's never forget that. Never fucking forget that. But when it comes time to fucking defend yourself, let all hell break loose.
And as I always say, let loose the darks of war. And that is actually a perfect segue for our next panelist.
I'm gravely disappointed. Again, you have made me unleash my dogs of war.
Yes. Yes. So, because it was my birthday, check out the savage that Slasher sent me, man. He's dropping the elbow.
Nice.
He's speared on by the Banes and the Kane.
Nice.
Yeah, so I wanted to make sure. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's the
That's so nice. I love it. I love it.
Killer.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty sick, dude. I had to, and then of course, just because he's on panel with us, the man, the fulfillment king over there. So there we go. Look at that. There you go, Mr. Vinny.
Hell yeah, brother.
But we've got some that Shifty can't see yet because I'm going to make him scream when he sees it. But
What?
Slasher did get me the Zod. So again, thank you.
Awesome.
And again, so he's up on the rotation of the wall. And no, Tommy, there is no Hush Superman. So thank you, my friend. The other Lex is buried in the corner down there. But again, I like the classics. And yeah, we've got some more stuff coming. You're gonna have to tune in next week because I did pick up a few things. But before they get here, we'll give you the quick look at, you know, everybody's favorite, of course. Yeah, there it is. We're having fun. We're partying in the sun because, well, we can. What are you going to do about it? Hopefully you're entertained and educated. It's not okay what happened. It never should have happened. We should be able to talk openly. And this is, unfortunately, the society that we now live in. So, like I said, buckle up, Buttercup. Hope you got your brown pants on because this shit's going to have nuts in it. But surround yourself with the things you like. I will only support the things that I enjoy, and especially the independent creators that have created half of the wonderful things that are in this room, many of them out of my own imagination. Thank you always, my pigger. We always got these beautiful pigs that are causing chaos on YouTube, and I'm just a simple clown having fun, getting down. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. God bless. See you on the next one.
Thank you, Adam. And now we're going to switch it on over to...
You know me, but I don't remember smelling you before. Who are you and where do you come from?
Oh, I'm Shifty, and I come from somewhere. Hey, you know, I didn't think I was going to be able to stick around on this show tonight because I thought it might go places, and because I'm the guy that walks the line between several different communities and groups here on YouTube, and I didn't know which way this is going to go, but it worked out fine, and we talked about a lot of stuff, and everything turned out good. And it did. You can find me Saturday about 8:30 on the Austin Nerds channel. We're going to talk about some alien Earth stuff happened this week. I don't know if I'm down for everything, but we're going to discuss it. We may even argue about it a little bit, but we got 2 more episodes coming up, and hopefully it sticks to landing. But yeah, thanks for having me.
No, always a pleasure, Shifty. I'm glad you could hang out as long as you did. Like, yeah, it's normally the toy show, and that's usually what we're looking for. But there was just too much bad shit going on, and I was not in the right
understand.
headspace. Yeah, not in the right headspace for a toy show.
You know my situation, so I was like kind of nervous, but it all worked out.
Yeah, well, we try to keep it to a point where everybody can still feel like they can contribute and everything like that. So I'm glad you were able to make it and hang out and stick around. Now we're going to pass it on over.
He says that he's an a-hole, but he's not, and I'm quoting him here, 100% a dick.
There's Dexter Morgan for you, everybody. He's taking care of Obama, so I guess we're talking about that. But yeah. No, tomorrow tune in. Yeah, we're gonna be going over a little bit more of this shit. And Tommy, yeah, thanks, because it was good to vent about the horse shit that's been going on lately. Yeah, it's too much. This is the industry, what they've been doing to everyone. Letting the trash run wild and destroy more things and attack fucking people for no reason. Yeah, it's disgusting. So glad we were able to get all that shit kind of out of the way. But yeah, I'll show more of it tomorrow because it is insane. It's fucking insane. Again, people, it's open your eyes to what's going on right now in the world. That's part of the importance of this stream and kind of what we did, covering a lot of that. What they did to Charlie was total bullshit. The people who were praising it, all the horrific things, 9/11 and the remembrance of 9/11. I was up there when all this shit was going on. I seen how people could be, how nasty they could fucking be. So yeah, that's why it's like nip that shit in the bud. Make sure people are aware, because too many people just rolled over, and that's the sad fact of it. And now everyone's like they're at their breaking point. No one's tolerating it anymore. But yeah, we're gonna go over more of that soon. Like I said, tomorrow at 5. And then back on my channel for Sunday, we're continuing Dexter. We're getting closer to the end of season 5. Really cool shit there. And yeah, don't forget, support my project. I have the sign up. Go sign up to City of Venus too. Again, the amount of work I'm putting into this, it's absolutely insane. You guys, I think your jaws are gonna hit the floor when you see this book. Yeah. Real creators, not the bullshit that these companies hire, not the activists, not the pieces of shit that are spewing their hatred on everybody. Nope. You want some good stuff without any of the political agenda? Yeah. Back my projects. Right now, you can still back a couple of them. Shadow of the Kraken, Through the Woods, my art books. Get super high quality stuff without any of the bullshit attached to it. Thank you, everyone, and see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Vinny. And
such heroic nonsense.
Real quick, I want to say I seen Tina Bojan pop in there last minute with a sporting raid. I appreciate that. I was able to stop over there a little bit before I got going over here. I appreciate you stopping in, Tina. I hope you're doing well. Hope everything went well on the rest of that stream. This is kind of the vile shit that really just like ruined my whole fucking mood. And it's really been building up over years. It's been a whole lot of shit going on. Shit that I don't always talk about on a lot of these streams. Shit from behind the scenes that some of my friends here that I talk to know absolutely about. And this kind of shit that just happened with him was absolutely disgusting. And it was bad enough with that happened, but it's the actual way that all these people responded to it. These sick, vile, disgusting son of a bitches that literally have no souls whatsoever. I've heard a few people describe them as fucking demons. And that is probably the best way you could describe a lot of those people, because these motherfuckers are not human. And I know there's a lot of, we should try to find ways around this and everything. And we try to find some kind of middle ground. But unfortunately, the way I see it, there is no middle ground with a lot of these people anymore. How many times are you going to let somebody bash you in the head before you decide to stand your ground and say enough is enough, and you've got to take these people to fucking task? That is really the situation that a lot of us are finding ourselves in. And it's not just people on the right, because some of these people are attacking their own people on the left as well. I've seen it happen where they completely go after people on the left and they look to destroy not only their lives but their fucking careers, because these people are fucking soulless fucking monsters. And this shit has all been just fucking absolutely brainwashed into these fucking kids from the high school levels. It started, and then now they're hitting them at kindergarten and everything all the way through the fucking universities. And it's not going to stop until we make it fucking stop. And that's why you got to raise your fucking voices. You need to contact your fucking senators, your fucking representatives. You got to tell them enough is enough. We need to put fucking laws in place to actually fucking change this shit. These type of vile son of a bitches that are spewing this kind of garbage in these fucking universities are not there for that. They're there to educate, not to fucking spew more of their fucking hatred and their fucking rhetoric. Enough is enough. And as far as some of these fucking companies, there's one in particular. I got something for you. So from all of us here at the Guinea Pig Collective, thank you to everybody who's come. You could have spent your time anywhere. You chose to spend it here with us, and it truly is appreciated. Thank you, every single one of you. I could go through the list of names, but it would take me a time because I'm a lone pig with small little paws. It's hard to get through all these names on these streams. But thank you for being here. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not think, because your silence and your compliance gives consent, and we will catch you next time. Take care, everybody.
Assimilated, but you don't know it yet. Attacking us is not very wise. Our army's growing if we see through your lies. What we are looking at, good and evil, right and wrong. It's a pig world order. A pig world order. A pig world order. A pig world order. Somebody's gonna wind up getting their toes nibbled off in here. A pig world order. 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 Better hide your toes as we're coming for. A pig world order. A pig world order.